It is green. On you go.
All right. Last time, y'all had some things happen last time. Who wants to explain what happened last time? For an inspiration.
It's all right. It's all right. You're all gonna be okay soon. They're gonna get you better. Just like
We delve
like we
once
used
again into the outskirts of the city. And fervor, multiple days of travel, in fact, through the Underdark. Whereupon our previous knowledge of a secret source of power for Earth Elementals just happened to also be a basilisk den. Really convenient, that bit. We're able to beat the shit out of a basilisk, and then Lou went to wander off for more loot, hoping to pry something off someone who was petrified. And then an egg hatched. And our problems grew larger that day.
I made a friend.
It'll turn on you the second it can.
I'm gonna give him a
Hold
little
on.
hat.
It imprinted
I'm
you.
going
It
to-
imprinted on you. It thinks you're its parent, but they eat their parents, and they eat anything. I mean, I'll point out, like, after the session, read through the ecology of a basilisk, and repeatedly coming up was stupid, useless, not worth the time.
The guards will stone each other. This has been known.
It's the perfect pet for Lou.
Well, first,
Oh,
you can't sit in your
God.
cat tree.
It's just hilarious. Alongside the hook horror that we could have had as a pet, where its ecology was all about how untrainable, will never show loyalty to you, is a coward.
Also,
We
they're like
could've-
9 feet tall, right?
Yeah.
We could have had one
Yeah.
of those little eye things be a buddy as well.
Yep.
I think it's the gazer. We could have
Yeah.
had one of them.
Yeah, they're more fun to kick around, though.
Yeah.
Well, that, and I'm not sure how well, it would work with the children.
I mean, it could be
One
trained.
second. Let me try to switch
Well,
my audio
yeah,
because
it's
this
got
is
that
being done.
beholder kind of, superiority, and I don't want to ruling.
Oh, a gazer? No. They're sort of like the difference between a wolf brain and a puppy brain. There's a lot less to the mass.
Ah.
Beholders find them like amusing rodents.
Ah.
So they don't elevate themselves much higher than that.
Well, that doesn't do much for teaching confidence.
I mean, target practice for the kids.
Yeah, but that's that.
It's literally an abomination, though.
I just
What
don't
if
see
we-
where it would fit in well with the family.
Yeah, it wouldn't. But as I'm pointing out, like, it's not a case of, oh, that's terrible and all. It is literally an abomination that was dreamed into being by an eldritch creature that shouldn't belong on this plane. Are you back yet, Rena? All signs point to yes.
I think the cat has commandeered.
There we go. No, when I reconnected it, it tried to swap over to the microphone, and I'm like, why is it not coming through? And I'm like, oh, because it's trying to go on the muted one.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. We're fixed.
Yeah. But yes, so we captured captured two basilisks, decided to put one to death later. Lou has one crawling on his shoulder. And then we just, squeezed them out over the statues, and everyone's fixed now. Also, along the way, we dug up Jim Jar, who had been in a grave. Weird, that.
The entire time.
He has zero memory of our association, and is more of a clerical sort. For the glory
Feels
of
like-
Garl Glittergold.
But he is likely the true Jim Jar.
Especially since we unpetrified the previous one, and it was just crumbled into stone.
Yes. And a voice spoke
Whisper
to
about
us.
us.
Mm-hmm. We're also led there by Gaddix's shiny, unchecked medallion.
Which stoned Jim Jar gave to him.
Mm-hmm. And yes, Entomoc's
And
boom has
you are
been
now-
found, and we also saved a deep gnome, Vort. That was the dude who had the crystal.
Mm-hmm.
I will take that inspiration.
Yep.
Might come in handy.
How humble.
She offered it. I gave a recap.
Yep. Okay, hold on. Let me
Okay,
just
that's
switch to
fair.
the speakers. Do you mind if you hear everybody talking? Okay, good. Because, yeah, for some strange reason, this headphones do not want to headphone with the computer.
Well, as long as we
So,
don't hear our
I'm
Just
voices
happy
back.
'cause I got all sorts of new friends to play with while we play D&D.
What?
I got Stanley comes and sees me, and I had a
Oh no,
oh
that's
no,
not
what's wrong with
viable.
Marina's microphone?
Am I coming through?
We're hearing ourselves.
Fuck.
Yeah.
No, we're not.
Well, let me talk about the animals. Yeah, there was a Reggie. He was a good kitty. Yeah, we're not hearing ourselves anymore.
Okay, you're not hearing yourself anymore.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
I
not
have
here.
an idea. Maybe if I put it under the computer, that'll work best, I think. So can you all
And
hear
she
me?
suddenly gets muffled.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, you all can hear me.
Yep.
Yeah, you're just a little
That's-
distant, but I can up your volume.
Okay. That would be a good thing. Okay. There we go, because yeah, it's now under the little desk thingy, and I'm looking down so I can look down at it, so it's new.
Yep. Just don't, crick your neck.
Oh, I won't.
But yes, that's the main takeaway, Bjorn, is Lou has a small basilisk crawling over him. It'll be a few
Thank-
months until it can stone people, which it will then do, constantly, endlessly.
Months. Yeah.
Until it
I'm
is
gonna-
taught otherwise.
I'm gonna train it so good. It'll be so trained. It'll be the most trained basilisk. It might be the
Uh-huh.
only trained basilisk.
So we're expecting the first night it can do it to find a Lou statue.
Yes.
Yeah. No. That's too easy. There will be a Felrect statue.
Lou will be a sheep again, but also a statue.
Also, said-
Okay, yeah, I accept that outcome.
yeah, that's. Oh.
But that now leaves us with the fun options ahead of us of where at diplomacy, or more likely delve into the slime caves and find a madman.
We still
it
intend to
was-
sort out both
We-
eventually, right?
We don't need to drive into the slime caves to find a madman. We've got Louis right here.
I'm not mad. I'm a happy guy.
And it was mentioned that the Digger Maddox might eventually want to speak to you about your good deed finding Pentamox Boon.
Yes, we've kind of revolutionized their standing in the society right now. It's a big deal. A big,
That's-
well-paid deal.
I don't recall anybody offering payment for finding that.
Oh, they better, or we're just going to give them some wrong directions.
I thought you all wanted out of, Lingdenstone.
Yeah, it's handy to be able to afford an Uber.
But, yes, Tappy has filled you full of food and drink. And you all are free to investigate as you wish. And Bernard is very happy to not be a not be a Kago anymore.
Yep. Bernard has given the barkeep at least 2 gold coins and just said keep them coming.
We got you.
Leave
We
the
got you.
bottle.
I would have thought you had
What do you
plenty.
mean, leave the keg?
Yeah.
I thought you had plenty of booze when you were inside Conquer. It runs on nothing but pure alcohol.
Which I can't taste. I can't
Alright.
smell. It was just there. What's the point of booze if you can't get the feeling?
Well, that does sound like a right nightmare, that one.
Well, it's over now. You're fine. It was only a couple of days. And you had the benefit of not dying. Ah, fuck.
Sorry. I tried playing with a setting and I regretted it.
So did we.
Is it normal now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds
Okay,
normal.
good. But what do you plan on doing?
So I guess the next part of the agenda, going to the goo mine, or I've got to try and resolve the whole Ratman issue.
Figure of a goo mine would be a good one, simply because there's some bloke running about who might have been possessed by something a bit larger than him, considering all the influence we've seen running about here. And there could be something of worth, well, at least worth to the nefarious types, still there in the ruins of their royal establishment. Don't want them getting their hands on it. You still feeling the pull, Glavagal?
Oh yeah, it is definitely that away.
See, there's a problem there. Something sending a signal to other slimes to congregate, congeal. So I fancy causing problems for that sort of planning. The rest of you?
Yeah, I think the rat people will wait for a while if we go for the goo now.
Yeah, helping Glabagula out with the boys might be useful.
Plus, there's the case of once we come back, we'll probably wind up having our audience with the Digger Maddox, and then we can do aware of that situation in an official capacity.
And hopefully avoid a fight for once. It's rough down here, man.
Alright, well, fill yourselves for a bit, put your feet up for a while, and then we'll head on in. Might as well be comfortable.
Are we going to need any supplies? Are people on healing potion and such?
If you could fucking find the stockpile, that's the issue.
Well, I still have a healing potion and a greater healing on me, so if anyone needs it. Huh, I still have the... Oh yeah, I remember the Dispel wand. Forgot I had that.
Turns out it works on petrification.
It does not work on petrification. Although theoretically it could petrify somebody, considering if somebody gives it to Lou.
Mm-hmm.
Can I touch it?
No.
Yeah, the first thing out of Felrex's mouth is absolutely not.
Well, if you want, a couple of you could go check the store, see if we can acquire anything restorative. Otherwise, just head on in.
I could go shopping, I guess.
You might as well take a look around what there is.
I mean, you haven't seen what the Deep Gnomes have in the range of hats.
Maybe there'll also be a rogue basilisk trainer out there who I can talk to.
No.
Doubt it.
Tappy
nice
just looks
thought.
at you.
No comment.
Yeah. Tappy just looks at you. We don't really train basilisks. No, usually we try to kill them.
There's a whole heap of monstrous creatures you shouldn't invite into your home. He's doing this while Hooten is bouncing on his lap.
Hooten is demanding to be put down.
Well, no, it's a case of, just idle sort of thing, but sure.
Yeah, no. Hooten does not want to be held.
I grow up so quick.
2 months old and already embarrassed by his da.
Yeah, for fun, I sit around the
Flops into
table.
the barrel.
And don't you go scoffing at
Open
them.
wash bin.
You've already had the lessons on what you can scrape at.
Oh, no. It's an open wash barrel, and Hooten is currently in it and splashing. Everywhere.
Alright, we'll clean up when she's done.
Like a bird bath.
Tappy just looks. Oh.
My wife has
Okay,
prestidigitation, so it won't leave a mark or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. Right. Okay. So I heard Lou volunteered to go to market. Who else?
So I could take a look as well.
Cadix, you could always criticize her stock.
Yeah, I suppose so. Probably all garbage. Yeah, you're correct. Nothing like this magnificent machinery I have here.
No, we don't have things like that, but you know. We have other good things. If you're looking for healing potions, they probably got some.
Does
So
anyone need one in spare or?
Grab what you can.
Yeah.
So that was Lou, Gaddix, obviously Felrect if Lou is going, and Bjorn.
Yeah.
Okay. I am totally dragging you all over here for no reason whatsoever. Oh, and Eldeth would go with you too, obviously. Being a statue makes one, you know, kind of desire going places.
Party is huge.
It'll be easier if I just delete the ones that aren't there.
I mean, we are kind of big enough to be our own adventure group.
The funny part, yeah. Oh, I deleted. Oh, yeah, you have to bring in Kago anyways. Oh, goody. Goody. Yeah. I forgot poor Goody, because I keep forgetting that you have a, you know, basilisk. There we go. Well, the 6 of you, technically, if you want to count poor Goody, and Kago, I guess they're one person, wander out, and it's not difficult to get instructions out to the trading grotto. You go out, you enter via the main entrance, and there's a lot of hubbub. People are trying to, you know, buy and sell wares. It is a bustling area. However, as you start getting ready to start perusing the wares, you start hearing a clanging bell starting to sound near the area that you just entered from. The deep gnomes around you all draw weapons and retreat. And
fuck.
you see and you see a guard stumbling backwards as some gelatinous cubes seem to seek through some gaps in a collapsed tunnel. And one of them, quite literally, you see floating inside of the gelatinous cube is a thrashing deep gnome that wants to get out.
Oh boy, and here I thought the bell was for dinner time, but I guess it wasn't dinner time for us. All right, let's get to it.
I wish Clavicle was here to help us.
But you know, maybe sometime tomorrow I'll do it. Not in a rush.
There they are. Oof. I'm rolling on Glabagul's stat block. It's the exact same bloody stat block. I just realized that I forgot the other stat block. Oops. So Glabagul is not attacking you. Just letting you know. Initiative -3. Okay, they go tomorrow.
We'll have time to catch up.
All right. So, you see the two fighting Svirfneblin are taking their war pick, and one misses somehow, but the other one takes some damage. Lou.
Let's just start with something simple. This couldn't hurt since they missed. I'll just drop a fairy fire on them. Which one of them has a Smurfeblin in it now?
Oh, let me mark him real quick.
Because if I cast
This
Thunderwave
one.
on him, I can launch him out. He just has to fail the save.
The fairy wing.
Okay.
That is a deck. Good. Yep, they are lit.
Okay, and then so I'll just take a shot at the one without anybody inside of it.
Okay.
Alright.
Definitely hits.
Not
There we
adding
go.
proficiency. Shouldn't he be proficient in this? Or is it not because he's an NPC?
He should be proficient in it. He
Okay,
should
then
be
he
proficient in it.
has 4 decks, so.
Yeah, no,
There's
he
4,
should
I'm
be
gonna fix
proficient.
I'm gonna fix the macro and then it's +4.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
Nope, that's all.
All right. Gaddix.
Okay. Kago will run forward. We're gonna free this gnome. That's the wrong Kago sheet. Let me get the right one.
Were you trying to roll on Berserker, Kago?
I clicked 3.0 instead of 2.0, yes.
Yeah, hit.
We're gonna free this gnome with force damage.
You have done some damage.
And as to not shoot the gnome, I am gonna shoot the other one.
And I forgot to do this. Yeah, the gnome is still trapped. You hit.
Why am I rolling with disadvantage? Let me fix that. And the second shot.
You hit.
That was on this one.
You also have advantage, remember, because fairy fire. So just roll to make sure you don't crit.
Oh, I do. Okay, fairy fire. I forgot. No crits.
Yep.
And Jim Jar's not here, so I'm done.
Bjorn.
Yep. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Man, it's nice to be mobile.
Look at this dwarf thinking he can go 30 feet, thinking he's the best
Swing.
dwarf.
Okay, so you got 19 hits.
Yep. Let me put it this way. I think a vast majority of you, the only way for you to miss is if you get a 1.
Oh, whoops, that's the Warhammer. Never mind. Let me just roll the right one. There we go. And 12 out of 5. So
17. And yeah, it's not doing hot.
Yeah, might as well action surge.
Yep. And it is deceased.
Alright,
It just
well,
kind of melts down into a puddle.
I use the other one on this one, so 15 on the other one.
Okay.
Alright, that's the end of my turn.
Oh, what about Eldeth?
Oh, right, I forgot she was here. I had it rolled up so much that she was actually blocked by the icons at the bottom.
Oh. Not a great crit, though.
I don't think it rolled for crit. I think I had her
Oh.
on disadvantage.
Well, let's roll that damage dice again, then.
What is it? It's a 1d8, so.
Yeah, 1d8, yeah.
So another 5.
Yay! That's pretty good.
Can't remember what it was that I had her on disadvantage for. Doesn't matter.
With the crystal.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
looking through the
Remember when we
crystal.
fought the Medusa? It was the last thing she did.
No, she. I don't think she got to look at the. Oh, yeah, because she. Yeah, she managed to do it the first time, yeah.
Yeah. Time for the singular ooze at this stage of the game. You all see as the Svirfneblin, you can't hear anything, but you think he's probably shrieking as it looks like bits of his flesh have started to melt off.
God.
Well,
And it's a dumb idea to start screaming because now it's getting into his mouth.
Yeah. And, Bjorn. An 8 does not hit you.
Nope.
As it tries to hit you.
Shields up. Bonk.
This one, rather, this guy quickly comes over here to try to stab out his friend. He still manages to hit. Still manages to hit. They are frantically trying to remove their buddy, but they also don't want to stick their hand in themselves. Lou.
This time, a different spell. Actually, that wouldn't work probably. They don't have brains. Oh no. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, I'm going to throw a knife at it.
You hit? Very good. You see a knife is floating around next to this Svirfneblin.
Good thing that's magical. And sure hope I don't lose it actually now on retrospect. Don't I get into a news? And then Felrict will come provide moral support. Grab this guy. There we go. And that's all.
Felric's not going to do anything?
No, nah, he's just providing moral support, I think.
Okay, he can stab, you know.
He doesn't have the range to get there, and he can only stab Lou from here.
I mean, that's an action. You don't want to waste an action, do you?
Gaddix. Felric is not going to stab Lou. Oh dear, yes, that hits. And it is fairy fire, so you do get the full credit.
Still standing?
It is.
All right, we're gonna surgically try to extract the gnome.
It would be a strength check. Oh, you're trying to stab. Okay.
Oh, yeah, no, I can't do a strength check. Are you kidding me? But I don't want to shoot at the thing.
Okay.
Oh, I have advantage, don't I?
Yes. You do.
Well.
Go for a hit anyway.
Yeah,
Oh,
both
they
were a hit
work?
anyways, but in case he crit.
Yeah, in case I rolled a crit. So 11. As I try to carve out a hole for the gnome. And then.
Anything else?
My second attack.
Yep. Give me the damage.
Oh, that's. I clicked it. Yeah. 11 more damage.
You anti-Malgurned it. As
Hey,
it
we
melts
did
away
it.
and the Svirfneblin becomes free. Looking not great. Oh, no. Oh, I need to go to the healer. Excuse me, fellows. Why are there I'm not going to ask you all save me. That's great. I'm going to say goodbye.
Have a better day.
Just lucky he's bald, so he doesn't have the singe of burned hair around him.
Thank you for your help, everybody. I've got to go. As he tries to keep some bits of him attached that are currently trying to slough off. One of the guards goes with him to assist. And the remaining guard just... We actually do appreciate your help. You didn't have to do that,
Remember the
Well,
name.
We're in the neighborhood anyway.
Well,
Right,
we
so-
do appreciate... was there anything that y'all were looking for here?
Well, I mean, they were just looking around, seeing what there were in the market, so I guess it's going to take a little while for the store owners to come back, so...
No, it actually won't. I mean, we're kind of used to this by now. It happens on the regular. These oozes are, well, getting a little bit more brazen, if you will.
I mean,
Yeah.
I wish I could say that, wow, what a terrible existence, but we have been in water deep for a month, and let me tell you, it's somehow worse up there. This was a nice breath of fresh air.
I'll take your word for it. It's not... Well, I would say it was probably this bad when they first got here, but, it's gotten real bad lately. Them things coming in, stealing our guys, eating them dead, and then leaving again as quick as they can.
Which isn't very quick if we think about it.
Yeah.
And
It's
he was wrong
not.
for 2 rounds. He was fine.
Well, we are thinking about taking a look at what we've been hearing things about aggressive goo caverns, so...
I can't recommend it in good faith, friends.
Yeah, but it's alright. I mean, it's kind of what we do.
We're professionals.
Not specifically the goo part, but, dealing with troubles that are difficult to deal. You know what, we're just gonna deal with it.
But we're only down here because of goo, come to think of it. We're like goo experts.
Well, but that goo wasn't animated.
True, true. Now there's talking goo. It really is crazy.
The gnome looks confused. What do you mean talking goo?
It's a whole thing. Anyway, do you have anything? Do you think there's anyone selling some here that might be good for, dealing against acid burns on goo?
Not really acid burns particularly, but if you've been hurt, you can go talk to... And he points out a stall. That one over there. Just call out for Myrtle. She'll help you real good. Okay?
Myrtle. All right.
Thanks.
You got it. Just ask her for her healing potions. They're top notch.
All right. Now, well, thanks a lot.
Cheers.
And,
Thank you for the help.
All right. You're welcome.
See you around.
So, do you go to Myrtle?
I mean, I think it's the only store we have any idea about, so sure.
You get there actually right about the time that she's crawling out from behind the marketplace stall. Oh, that was exciting. Oh! You all are from the well, most of you seem to be from the surface. Welcome. Can I help you?
Yeah, I believe you can. What do you have for sale in terms of healing and other surprises?
Oh, for healing, well, that's simple. We've got about 8 of those right now.
Not bad. Well,
Unfortunately, I don't have any of the extra strong ones right now.
yeah, that's fine.
They'd be about 50 gold each.
All right. Do you have anything else on the storefront now, or is it mostly just the healing potions? For
No, I mean, if you want, we have some potions of water breathing. We have a potion of fire resistance. We've got a speak with animal. That one might be fun.
we already had another part of our party who could deal with that part, so not the most necessary at the moment. But thank you.
Oh, well, if you need, let's see, this one here. Well, I don't think you need these ones. And she kind of moves some of them off to the side. I don't think that qualifies for you. There's some local things going around, you see. These work for you? And she's looking around. And here's some for. No. These are the ones you're interested in, and she's mostly shoving you over to the other ones. Like, I assume you probably don't need birth control.
I hope.
Well, there's at least 3 instances where it might come up.
Yeah. You know.
4 if Gaddix ever completes Cargo.
Just leaning up, just kind of lean over. How much for the birth control?
Well, we've got 4 of them, and they're about 15 each.
Alright, give me the lot.
How long do they last? Can we just keep them in Lou's bloodstream?
Oh, God.
Needs something a little permanent to fix that problem.
These ones, make sure the lady folk takes it. If the other one takes it, it's gonna have some stuff. You trust me, you're not gonna want that. You'll be right back to me for something else. Trust me.
Just dropping the villain's drink.
Well, you got 4 of them. I mean, you gotta try it out.
Yeah,
and if you ever get a case of the nasties, you can also come on over here. I've got a remove disease potion here.
Pan there chipping in with the sentence of, "You've got 6 bullets in that gun. You might as well try one of them on yourself."
These salves here will fix right up if you get a very interesting partner. That some of these salves can also help you out here.
So, wait,
Chafing.
you said she had the 8 potions of healing. They were all 50 gold, right?
Yep.
Correct.
And for the birth control, that was 15.
Yes.
So that's 450 gold for the lot, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I have 451.
It's alright, we can... Tell you what. You've got 4 of the rubies we got there, 100 gold each.
It's the whole basket almost.
Yeah, so we'll still have 2 if we're looking at. That's 400 gold covered from the random ass treasure we've got.
Yeah, if you present the rubies, she would pass over the whole lot for the rubies. Those are preferable for bartering.
Oh, actually, on the topic of bartering, how would you like to get your hands on a genuine surface, the best in Waterdeep, potion of resistance?
For fuck's sake.
Potion of resistance, you
This
say?
is from... Don't forget, you gotta push the origin of it. This is from the Tower of the Blackstaff themselves, one of the greatest of magic casters in the entire Sword Coast.
Not just the best in Waterdeep. With the Blackstaff, perhaps the best in the entire coast. I mean, who knows?
I've never heard of them.
Finn has to go into an explanation of what a coast is.
Yep, she literally just says, "I've never heard of the Blackstaff."
Well, I can tell you about it right now.
What's this potion of resistance of what?
Yeah,
That's the exact name of it.
It's kind of like Schrodinger's potion of resistance. It could be exactly what you need right at that moment.
What?
Nobody knows what it. You don't know what it does till you drink it. But it's cool. It's a cool statement piece, maybe.
I might survive walking into these flames, or I might not. We will not know until I'm served.
Damn it.
Lou was never able to negotiate a higher pay rate as a translator, was he?
You might have been his first job, all things considered.
Feels like it, doesn't it?
You might have been the
He did
first
some
attempt
work
at
in
hiring
college.
him. Oh. And then he went and lost your papers.
Worked out fine.
It was an inside job as well. He was the son of a thief.
He doesn't know that part yet, though. But anyways,
A likely story. He's just oblivious to too much in life.
she looks perplexed at you and just says, "I think I'm good."
I'll find somebody else to buy it one day.
Look, the obvious solution is that we have one person drink all of the potions of random resistance, and that should cover all the bases.
I think that would probably set off an effect.
He's getting the book. Yeah, he's getting the book.
I mean, I think it might give you some form of like a dragon breath, but with all the elements at once.
You know, by the time he's finished reading rolling this, you're going to be made of wood.
Oh.
I seem to remember, depending on which table you use, there's explosions as well.
Yep. Although the end result was great. It's just, you are now 1 feet tall, and if it comes up, you can also breathe water.
And it goes, yeah.
Oh. She politely declines.
Yeah, just look at the shiny rocks instead. Those are, yeah.
Yes, I do appreciate the rubies. So this lot for the ruby. There you go. I might be able to get more stock in a couple of days if you're still here. If I can get... Well, yeah, in about 2 days I'm going to be getting some potions. They help you resist poison. I might be willing to trade one of them potions you mentioned for a resistance and one that'll resist any poison effects.
Well, we'll see if we're here in a few days, and we have a couple things left to do. We should be here.
Well, we also don't have an escape yet.
Yeah.
We're here until they decide they can start running people up to the surface again.
Well, sure. I'll consider. I'll think about it. In the meantime, I guess.
Why are you taking such a combative tone with her?
I'm
Why are you always trying to get into a fight with the NPCs?
I'm not. I'm just. I don't know if it's a trade I want to take necessarily, but I'll consider it.
Oh, do you not? So you don't want to give up your random potion for a consistent potion?
Yeah, because I wrote down next to it 200G, because that's what it should be worth.
It's only worth 200G when the Black Sabbath is saying, this will reimburse you for your efforts.
It's like crypto.
Have a lottery ticket.
I mean, if you had just said this is a potion of resistance and not sold it as we have no idea what it does.
That would be dishonest, though.
I don't lie.
Because he's terrible at it. Fucking awful, in fact.
But
He's been told by both Harton and Lou to not lie.
I'm the best liar.
If you could do something about the portion, I also have one. I would appreciate you could change mine to just deal with poison.
Pardon?
Yeah, wasn't she suggesting changing?
No, she was going to swap.
Oh, swap.
Yeah.
No, she can't do any further tinkering with what you've got. We just have to roll the dice on it.
Yep. It's either that or you swap.
Yeah, I'll swap it.
Well, if you
Actually
come back, yeah, it should be 2 days. The poison ones will be done, and we can arrange up a swap.
Right, well, it sounds good to me.
Make sure to tell the rest of the party in case they want to, I guess.
Righto. Well, cheers then.
Hey, thank you. Wink.
Before we go into it, I just real quick ask, any food recommendations around here?
Yeah, and she does give a recommendation of the tavern you're staying at, but there is apparently a food cart that is down the way, and she kind of gives you the directions to it as well.
Oh. How much would it cost to get one of everything from that cart? Maybe two of everything?
Well, all they got right now, I think, yes, with the day of the week, they have, it is rothe skewers with mushrooms.
Yeah, I'll get one for everybody in the party, and I'll bring them back to the tavern. I'm not gonna ask what kind of meat that is. It meat?
Yeah, Felric just looks at you confused. You haven't had deep rothe? Oh, that's a dumb question.
Yeah, something like I would have said.
We have cows where we live, sir.
You asked, there are rothe on the surface, but just not deep.
Yeah, not deep rothe, though.
Yeah.
Ours sound like schoolgirls.
So, you bring all this back. It would put you down 2 silver, though.
Okay. I'll leave a tip and leave 3.
Oh, she gives you a bit of a weird look. Just, cheers?
Yes. Thanks for the food.
You've started something horrible down here.
You're welcome. Okay. She's very confused, and you have an inkling that's probably more about the fact that a drow has decided to give extra for no goddamn reason. But, she's not angry at you.
I'm gonna take your money back, you stupid fuck.
And now when we come back sometime later, we see we started a horrible trend now. There's chips jars everywhere.
Oh, I see what you're doing here. You're saying my pricing scheme is inferior and stupid. Fucking take your money back, drow.
But the rest of the group comes back, and you all are offered skewers.
Don't worry, I'll eat them if you don't.
Yeah, accepted.
Well, thank you.
I can immediately tell the difference here between a nice cow or rothe compared to this thing, which has been raised on a mostly mushroom diet. It's definitely in there. There's a heavier savoury aspect to it.
I mean, I think it's pretty good.
I didn't say if it was good or bad. I'm just saying it's different, I can
Oh,
tell
yeah,
the
it
difference between
definitely
this and a
is.
good cow.
Oh, yeah, no, it's completely different than that, but I mean, it's even different from, rothe raised on the surface, too. Technically, it's a different breed as well.
Right, come on, you wee puff of fun. Over here, have a wee nibble. Come on, wee woman.
Hooten runs over, just kind of bouncing all over the place, ready to consume.
Now, we've talked about this here. Once you start getting your claws longer, we can't have you jumping up like that there furiously. Arse on the floor, come on.
The butt becomes glued to the floor, but then she's just spitting in circles. But with her butt glued to the floor.
We'll work on that part for now. It's just a case of I don't want you getting a few lumps and rakes in the jinx and such. There we go. Have a wee nibble there.
Well, the spinning actually has merit. You can access more dishes at once.
You would pick up tips from her, wouldn't you?
Nature can teach us many things.
It might.
Well, good thing that...
Bernard, does nature teach us anything?
It teaches us a lot. Now, pass me one of those skewers and we'll see how it goes down.
Do you want the animal or a thing that's not animal or vegetable?
Oh, it's both on one skewer.
Ah.
I'll take the lot.
But
He's just happy to have sensation of taste again.
He's just been running his hands over every
Pretty
surface he
much,
can.
I've got around me like 3 different types of ale, or different drinks, and a selection of different foodstuffs around me as I just kind of pick from one to the other, savouring each one slowly.
And you just can't stop touching the rough wood on the table as well. Just texture, surface, contact. Not just cold metal.
It's like about 4 days, 5 days total.
Yeah. A hellish existence.
This is a long time.
To be encased in metal with no sensory impact whatsoever. But right. On our feet, on we go.
Oh, by the way, everyone, you can exchange your potions of resistance for potions of poison resistance at the Myrtles.
That'd be handy. I assume not immediately.
In a couple days, you said.
That would be convenient otherwise.
Surely there's no poisonous oozes.
I don't know, do you have a knowledge of your other squidgy types, Glabagool?
There could be some that are poisonous.
I mean, the ones we've dealt with, at least, have just all been acidic of various quantities.
That is fair. That is more normal. I do not know what we'll find in there, though. We could find all sorts of oozes.
We could. It'd be nice if a few of them were sentient enough to discuss with and not have to deal with, but I'm afraid the most of them are probably going to be just hungry, consuming beasties.
That is usually, unfortunately, how it goes.
Glabagool's gotten very formal this time.
You know, that's just how Glabagool is today. Glabagool is learning.
Found someone's set of glasses and just has it floating in there, not getting dissolved yet.
It just gets stirred around a little bit somehow.
Also found a monocle. The chain's gone now, but the glass hasn't been melted.
Bernard quickly grabs a glass of red wine and hands it to the opening of the bag.
Oh, what's this?
Fermented grape juice, or maybe something else. Fermented fruit we'll go with.
Glabagool consumes the wine and glass.
Well, he probably knew enough to just pour it.
Did you?
No, I handed over the whole glass.
You fucking idiot.
Well, this is quite interesting. I'll have to try more things.
I mean, we probably have been feeding him bits and pieces from the counter, everything we order and such.
Yeah. And he would be enjoying every little bit of it. He wants to try everything.
Yep. Well, the real nice things that speak.
Yes.
What kind of
yes,
rock tastes the
definitely.
best?
But you do go back through the Trader's Grotto.
Even Glabagool ignores Lou. Well, I mean, you'd at least want to have some rock salt along with it, you know, for seasoning purposes.
I feel like Lou
What?
ended up licking a salt lick after he saw a deer do it at some point.
Oh no.
Started just sort of bash it with a hammer and all to get some of it flaking into his stew, just to test, you know, just to check.
But the guards do eventually let you out the gate. They do have a moment where they double check, are you really sure you want to do this? But they do
Aye.
eventually let you out.
Gotta tell you, we do this surprisingly all the time at this point.
Oh, make sure to bang 4 times. Ba 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 ba. 5 times. I can't count. But 5 times. Ba 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 ba. Okay?
Ah,
That's
got
how
ya.
we know to let you in.
Alright, but just to make sure, if we somehow forget it and we just start screaming, open the fuck up, is that also allowed?
Yes, but we might not hear you.
Oh, you will.
I don't know, I might be down. I could be unconscious at that point, at which point, what are you going to do for sound?
I have a healing spell reserved for that eventuality.
Oh yeah, speaking of it, I got us 8 healing potions, so you know, don't forget to take, we have 10 healing potions now.
Alright, we'll share them out. Let's see, I might as well, I'll take one.
I'll grab one for Felric, I guess. He doesn't have one yet.
Then immediately wasted as I tried to teach Hooten how to use it and she just froze it on the ground.
Goody is looking at your potion, Lou.
Just a drop.
And the effect is gone.
It makes adorable squealing sounds.
Ooh, that's gonna be an expensive habit.
Darling, don't.
Only for special
Yeah.
occasions.
Fine. It's out of your paycheck, not mine.
I'm still not getting my paycheck. I don't know where that ended up.
It was. Oh, yeah. I think it probably got divided amongst you all. It was,
Because we all did the job.
Yeah. It was the pouch that was kind of, well, attached to your door.
Aye, and the way that lets in moisture and wrecks the integrity of the door, that's a very nice gesture. He could have just pinned it.
Well, he did burn down that other building for us. That was nice.
Allegedly.
I wasn't there. I mean, so I know.
Y'all didn't ask.
Just be careful. Just be careful convincing yourself of that in case the guard ever talk about it.
You mean if you all ever talk about it? Because, you know...
Oh no.
You are the guard?
No. We're not the guard. We're the captains of the guard. We're of a higher order. I am talking about the rank and file. The grunts, if you will, the peons. The coffin fillers.
They don't have to know what we know.
Though, funnily enough, that is actually one of Harden's benefits. Got military rank.
But you do walk out into this large space with a rocky sphere in the center.
It's a very large ooze.
It looks like a pile of like salt or not salt, spices.
Well, it's a giant rocky sphere. And you can see that the walls of this great cavern are covered in slime. Dripping, sickening green slime. Ugh. The echoes of dripping water also fill the cave, in the center of which is a large spherical structure held up off the floor by stone pillars. Around these pillars crawls dozens of living oozes, heaving forward while reaching out with grasping pseudopods. The sphere's surface, like the cave walls, is covered with slime. Black slime swirls with yellow and gray slime in a disgusting soup. The unearthly patterns in the movement of the slime straining your eyes and tugging at your mind. A disembodied voice fills the cave. What's this? What's this? Visitors? Now? Not yet. We're not ready. Go away, you pests. I will call upon thee and all of Blingdenstone to announce our glad tidings to the Faceless Lord to come at the proper time. Be gone.
I looked to find out where the fuck the indignation of that voice came to. Who dares say those fucking words in that tone at me?
You don't see anyone.
Is there a curtain to look behind?
Yeah, sure. Reach at that black curtain there, the jiggling one.
There is no curtain.
Oh no, it's a sheet of slime. This is fucking foul.
Glabigal slips out of your pouch, and he's swaying a little.
Careful there, don't get carried away by it.
the other oozes are calling for me to join them.
Aye, but if you do, you'll just become part of that and not be yourself no more. You won't have any more experiences.
Are you sure I could join them for a little bit?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, look at how those ones are blending together now. It's probably pretty fun for an ooze, with a case of like, I'm seeing colours disperse and form up and all that there. I don't think those are the same slimes as the moment they touched.
Yeah, I have a feeling joining would be easy, getting away, not so much.
I know it's
He
rough and all. This is a
seems-
unique experience.
Yeah, he seems very torn right now. Give me a persuasion, considering you and Nadrex are both doing it, persuasion with advantage. Glabacool kind of gives a waffle and then dives back into the pack.
I figured this sort of thing would happen, but it's a case of, we saw a thing like this before, actually. We told you about the mushroom village.
Yes.
And the deep levels of fungus down there that were congealing together to be the beginnings of a marriage ceremony for the queen of it, the great demon. I'm guessing this is the same deal. This is another one of a great massing to eventually possibly summon some demon thing. There was that was in the temple you were in. Jubilix.
Oh yes, I know of Jubilix, yes.
That to me is looking like a congregation of a mass out there. Like eventually they might just become him.
To be
Or it.
perfectly fair, yeah, he did, the guy literally named Jubilix.
Yeah.
But,
no, but hard just going to assumption that eventually that'll just become like an avatar of it, and all those slimes will cease to be what they were.
You notice that there is a slight issue though with this. Namely, the cavern has a 180-foot ceiling lined with dripping stalactites covered in oozes. You're starting to wonder how much you can push into there, if any. You all can handle oozes just fine. But we're talking hundreds. If you had to guess, you're talking black puddings, gray oozes, all sorts of jellies. You can even probably pick out a couple gelatinous cubes in there as well. You're starting to wonder, and you can also see further down some of the side passageways, there seems to be more oozes that way as well. That's a lot. And you think it might actually be a bit more than what you can handle.
I was expecting just a few wee scattering puddles of them. I did not expect them to be just the coating of the entire place.
I mean, this is caused to like evacuate Blindenstone, right?
Fucking good luck with that. They've just reclaimed it recently. As it's definitely a big enough thing to be considered for a demon lord returning, considering the theme we've had so far.
Yeah. Uzana, give me your history.
Does she get advantage for being part ooze?
Uzana can get advantage for being on point for this.
18.
You are aware that the individual literally called out Jubilix as the Faceless Lord. The Faceless Lord is Jubilix.
No, he's not lying.
I wasn't asking about that there. There's a case of can he achieve, and it's looking like with this amount, they probably will.
Yeah, there's a good chance.
This is a vast issue.
Well, this is the second one, isn't it? No,
Third.
Well, one of them I don't think we can deal with. Then again, I'm not sure we can deal with the other one either.
I mean, we're getting invited to the wedding, so we'll find out. I wonder who the groom's going to be.
Hopefully not the ooze lord.
That would
No,
be
no.
a strange way.
Arumacos is not Jublix. That's not gonna. And this is Felric. I know this for a fact. Jublix and Zuckmoy don't get along. They're mortal enemies.
Don't want this to go rolling itself over Blingdenstone though, but what the fuck could we do about it? I mean, my lovely wife could fling off quite a few fireballs. Those would
We
be.
collapse some of these caves.
They wouldn't do much to the oozes.
Yeah, Glabagul actually speaks up. That won't do anything to really stop an ooze. We'll just go through the rubble.
The only thing that springs to mind is on the other side, we put a bit of work in with the miners and such to make sure things are sealed properly. Get those Threadic types to just smooth the stone utterly and completely. But that's not going to hold for long. That's also not very likely to be that thorough.
All it takes is a little hole.
In the marketplace earlier, we also had to deal with a couple of oozes that just seem to slip up from somewhere. There's so many small crack in that and nooks around here they could probably easily just find a way around.
I wonder how well earth elementals do against oozes.
I wouldn't want to fight one myself.
This is a really unpleasant quantity.
We just retreat for now, you think?
Aye, there's no point standing here.
I
Unless you
don't
want
suppose-
to risk going after the priesthood. The one responsible for this, but fucking hell, where could he be? I suppose I could always test it out.
Fireballs couldn't hurt.
Yeah, I don't suppose there's anything that could work like oozes, like salt against slugs or something? Is there something they don't like to go over?
I decide to call out to the crazy one. Who the fuck dares say that to me? Just echoing across the fucking cavern. Show yourself, you Hallion!
While Harton is trying to call out to the other individual, Glabagul just not really. No, we just eat. We eat. However, Harton, you do actually get a response back. How dare you? I already sent you from my court. I am the Pudding King, and I demand you leave.
I don't want to speak. We want to speak with the manager.
I want to meet the Pudding King.
He sounds delicious.
Felric just turns, not that pudding.
That's what the mayor of my hometown called himself. The Pudding King.
Lou,
He was arrested for embezzling.
You're gonna
This
bellow
is
it out while
pudding.
hiding like a fucking cur?
Be gone before I send my subjects for you. You will be their dinner.
Of course, he was going to send minions.
Well, it could take out a few minions, almost certainly, right?
It's a
You
large
notice-
press.
You notice that the quote-unquote minions have stopped kind of swirling a little bit and almost seem like they're focusing in on the individuals at the gate. As one.
Yeah, that's not good.
It's kind of irritating to walk into a room and just have nothing to do with it. Yeah, we leave, because what else is there?
You wander back out, and the guards look at you. That was quick.
Aye, well, it's gotten worse. It's just completely coated.
What do you mean coated?
I mean, there's fucking thousands of slime on every surface. And your crazy one there is acting as the prophet and herald of Jubilex, the slime demon god.
What?
This is a big one to take to your Digger Maddox.
Why don't you go have a word with them?
I think we're expected, aye. Could
right,
you
even
give
if
us the
you're not
directions?
expected. Yeah, and he does quickly give you the directions. Just yeah, go speak with them. And he does gesture, gives you the directions.
Yep, on we go.
And yep, it doesn't take long. You're back down there. And they turn as you all enter. Oh, we were about to send for you all. Good timings.
Aye, well, bad in a way as well. We came here because we thought things are a bit more pressing of time.
What do you mean?
We
We
had
did hear about finding Entomok Spoon.
Oh, I will definitely be giving you directions out there. We had a wee check in on your slime chamber. It's fucking horrendous right now to the point of there's a crazy man who is able to exert some control and direction over the slimes themselves, which are now covered every surface, and proclaim himself as, you know, the herald of Jubilex, the Faceless Lord, etc., etc. We've already come from 2 places that had a great fucking demon show himself up. And this is all looking like it. The 3rd one on its way. We've seen Zuckmoy, we've seen Demogorgon.
Are you saying that we could potentially have a demon lord in Blingdenstone?
Aye.
Do we know he's here?
He's not here yet. On his way, though. Probably very quickly. It is just suffused in slimes in there, so that amount of them could probably do fucking anything.
We need to push them out.
We do. Can't do it as just a wee group, though, despite our group being twice the size of your average party.
Potentially thousands of slimes.
Possibly more than that, aye. They're just fucking coating everything, congealing into one massive mass.
We're going to need a council. Would you potentially come to the council meeting tomorrow?
Hey, turns out we've got less to do now. I thought we were just gonna rip through that place a little bit, smash up the dude who ran in there sneaking. Looking a bit loftier than that, though. So why, what up for a wee chinwag?
Right. Well, that's what we'll do. I need to get everybody who's in charge of everything and, well, see what we can do.
Aye, speaking of, do you got a little map scroller here we can share a place of Entomok Spoon?
Oh, yes. And you do see that Dorbo does bring out a map. So could you show us the pathway?
Aye, roughly hereabouts. Let's see, I'm comparing it with my own notes here. That's where Lou wandered off, so we trimmed that bit off. There was 3 cave-ins there, so round about here. Luckily it has some good landmarks and all about it, so this bit, his bit, and then you're on your way.
Perfect.
Guaranteed basilisk free.
I've heard you all have done quite a bit of work here already. Once we'd gotten the word that you'd found Entomok Spoon, and we were going to see if we could try to potentially find a way to charter you up to either Mithril Hall or Gonselgrim, but with this news, we're gonna have to wait. We can't be letting that potentially show up in our city.
Indeed. I was hoping a few earth elementals would be quite handy against ooze.
I think so, yes. As a matter of fact, now that we've got people, I'm going to try to, get Gurnik to potentially send a couple people down immediately. Try to start summoning. We're going to have to wait until at least we can get a couple of those stronger earth elementals down here. Well, do not think that we're trying to be rude, but you are dismissed. We need to definitely sort some of things out amongst ourselves, and then we'll all discuss this tomorrow.
Oh, of course.
What
Right?
about the were-rats? Should we do that now?
Actually, that might be a great. If they're willing to parlay, perhaps they could come as well. And you can see that the wife is more musing this over. Maybe if they're willing, they could come and discuss it. I mean, this is also where they live. I don't think they would want the Faceless Lord to show up.
It is a big indiscriminate issue.
Well, if they're willing to parlay, do offer them attendance in the meeting tomorrow.
Do you want to give us a wee writ there if it looks official or something? Something shiny to catch their eye.
Dorbo is frowning, but Senny quickly writes this up and gives it a stamp and hands it over.
Well, it's a case of the sheer amount oozing around in there. This'll take a number.
Dorbo gives a conciliatory air pat. I understand.
Alright, we'll be on our way then.
Mm-hmm.
And with directions from several people, you do end up over this way.
As I have talked for most of the session, I will leave all the diplomacy to Lou.
I got this, guys. I know all about were-rats.
Do you
And
now?
Horik.
Horik's going to hit the market quickly to buy all our travel needs before it gets widely known that the town's about to be wiped out by a demon lord.
Oh, he's just
Prices
running out
might
with a
skyrocket
trolley
at
full of
that
bottled
point.
water and toilet paper.
For rations and camping supplies.
Yeah. Why, gee, mister, that's a lot of toilet paper water you're buying. What's happening? Oh, nothing.
Curry
at all.
night,
No need
curry
for you to
night.
worry.
I'm just an enthusiast of bottled water.
Yeah. Don't worry. The council's got this. They'll get to it in time. They're in the middle of something already. Shut up.
But once you explain to the guards at the gate what's going on, they let you through quickly enough. Peculiarly, oops, I have to change some tokens around here. Hearten, delete. New Hearten. So I'd set these up a while ago. But it doesn't, well, once you explain what you're doing, they let you out rather quickly. You notice this area is very quiet. And it does not take much to notice that there seem to be a couple of visible tripwires. And even one or two visible pits with spikes at the bottom. You have an inkling that some traps have been set.
All right. Well, I suppose one foot in front of the other. Keep our eye sharp. Or, hello? Anyone there?
Silence.
We just want to talk. If one of you want to pop out and help us through, or if you want to talk out here.
Oi!
Oh, fuck me. You need to warn me when you do that.
Horik's going to sniff and see if he smells slimes already. There mightn't be a were-rat problem anymore.
You don't hear anything, but give me a perception.
You just hear chewing.
Just the faint echo of kill.
Kill, die.
None of you hear anything. Who's the first one that's stepping forward?
Whoever's gonna look on the ground for every tripwire.
Who's the one stepping forward first?
Oh, Bjorn.
Well, you know, we have a rogue for stepping out traps, don't
Yeah.
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 Hey, Drex, you might take a gander here. I don't want to
Yeah.
have any unnecessary metal bits shoved into my legs.
Come on, you fucked
Yeah.
up Bear Scotch. You meant to volunteer someone else, and we get down the whole chain.
What should I roll for spotting traps and disarming them?
Just roll me the perception just to
Alright.
see them. Yep. You spot several traps along the way. You have an inkling that they're. The Surf Neblins have just made an incredibly locked and barred door. This is the were-rat equivalent of a barred and locked door. They want to make sure nobody comes down this way. You start disabling one trap, two trap, and all of a sudden you start hearing the click of crossbows, and you're under fire.
Oh, fuck.
Oh boy.
4 were-rats have been hiding in. It's actually a very well hidden cubby, and they start firing at you. You all, I assume, will return fire.
No.
I'm taking fucking cover.
You take cover, and while they stop firing, there's one that every so often kind of plings the area that they know you were at.
We're here to have a chat about a possible little diplomatic talk, concerning there's a massive slime that could become a great demon lord itself. And it's right next door to your tunnels.
Slight issue. They throw something back in a language you don't speak, Harton.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Ugh.
Jim Jar, come on.
Oh. He calls out and translates. He makes the mistake of poking his head out, and a crossbow bolt wings by his head.
I quickly pull him back. It's alright, you just need to go from the diaphragm.
You notice they keep firing.
This is costing you every one of those bolts, you know. We're not giving them back.
Before long, they don't stop firing at you, but they start doing a clearly rehearsed retreat down and to the left.
Well, let's go find them.
They seem to retreat down this way.
But there's
Okay.
probably gonna be more traps, so
Yeah, let's check for more traps.
Good point. Gags, on you go.
Hey. Send the people that are good at finding traps, points to the Dragonborn.
You're technically one of the best.
Am I?
Investigation is an intelligence skill.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
But it was a joke putting you forward, don't worry.
Yeah.
You all do manage to spot the traps, and it is a running retreat. They're still trying to take pot shots at you as they retreat back. But eventually they're out of view.
Hey, Jim Jar, do you want to give
And-
another one of we're just here to talk?
Let's try to push a little further in before I make it go again. I don't think they really want to, well, you know.
Alright. It's a bit of a weird one, like, because it's a full, like, dynamic fighting retreat there, making sure to break and cover at all times, and we're just walking after them out of range.
Yep.
Just slowly approaching.
Yep. They are apparently not on board with this whole we're here to talk thing. But you all make it to the Warrens.
It's a lot of ugly rats.
And one of the things you notice is, you come around the corner, there is a bunch of chittering were-rats from every corner. And you have a lot of weapons pointed at you.
I'm just gonna raise one of my shields just to be raise my shield just to be ready to catch anything.
There's a lot of pointing, and they're gesturing Glabagul does translate for you, which is they're telling you to go away.
Aye, well, things are a wee bit more important than that right now. I'll hold up the writ we got nice and high so I can see it.
One of the ones, and you can notice that a couple of the there is a were-rat that approaches, and as he walks by, the other ones seem to kind of take note of who's walking down. And he appears to be looking you all over. It's a very weird experience to see this small crowd of deep gnomes that have rat-like features like whiskers, a different nose. But this fatter gnome with buck teeth waits for a moment and just says, and Glabagul does translate for y'all, peace. He extends his arms and has his hands open. Chipgrin's the name. I'm the chief of the Gold Whisker clan. Shall we talk?
We'd like to do that, aye.
Please do follow me to my abode. My men won't do anything to you yet, as long as you don't try to hurt us. And you
Aye,
won't,
let's-
right? What,
aye, let's
Harton,
keep
which
it
one
to
of these
that.
can you move?
The left one.
Okay. Yeah. Do follow me, just this way. And you realize this is their primary camp, probably.
Very close. I wasn't expecting to be that near.
Well, we haven't really gone that far, you see. We've been here since the fall of Blingdenstone.
Oh no, I was just saying out loud. Aye, a nasty wee thing that was apparently.
Yes, it was. The
Aye,
drow, and he does look at your two drow specimen.
neither of these were involved in that sort of thing. That one's fucking fresh to the Underdark.
I cast Fog Cloud.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can see exactly.
And that doesn't change the fact that they're people utterly
no, no, no.
obliterated.
It's like the parents sitting down to teacher conference thing and just saying, yeah, he got an F, what do you expect? Look at him. What can I say? We didn't stop drinking when we had him.
And,
As
and
you-
we haven't had and we hadn't had a reason to stop now after.
As you go up the stairs, you can see that the floor of this level of the rise is covered in a soft and well manicured carpet of green moss. The were-rat chief sits on a stone chair flanked by two other giant rats. Go. And he grabs a seat.
Aye, well, we're not here to talk about a big lasting peace or anything right now, because we've got a far more immediate issue. You know of the slime chamber, aye?
Oh, that's peculiar. That was something I wanted to discuss with you all. I figured the Digger Maddox sent you because they wanted us out. So they also want to deal with the issue that we've been fighting for them this whole time.
Aye, well, we checked in a wee bit ago, and the man with a voice is praising it all, summoning it, and we have been to previous settlements, and we've seen the other great demons summoned and wandering around. So we have no reason to question if this one's going to happen. It's going to happen soon.
Other great demons?
I have a fungus one, Zuktamoy, and then Demogorgon, the two-headed one.
Mhm.
We've seen them stomping
was-
about, and one of them wiped out a Kuator village, another one took over an entire Myconoi colony.
I was actually fixing to be leaving this settlement. The Digger Maddox were going to get their wish because we can't deal with this anymore. Those oozes we've been fighting, it's a losing battle. There's nothing you can do about it.
Aye, well, it's a
But-
case of what we've got now is a chance for at least one big push as a combined force sort of thing, because right now the Smurf the Smurfit are gearing up for it, and we managed to find a nicely beneficial thing for our Earth Elementals, which might give us a bit of an edge. It's a case of we either try to stamp this now, or there's another great demon wandering around the Underdark, and Blingden Stone gets lost a second time.
Are you saying you've rediscovered Antamox Boon?
Aye.
Yes.
Oh. We hadn't even been able to find it, and we knew better than those ones certainly ever did, but...
We also got rid of Entamox Bane.
Then we might have a fighting chance. Alright, look. This is what I was going to suggest, bringing to the Digger Maddox. We think we might have a solution for this entire problem. You mentioned the individual leading all of this.
I tried to lead a little fucker out, but he wasn't buying it.
The Pudding King.
Fucking aged he is.
I remember him from when he worked in the tunnels. My kin and I saw him when he returned. He was one of the first. I know who he is, I know what he's doing, and most of all, I know where he can be found. If you and the Digger Maddox want, I can take you straight to him, and, well, if we remove the leader, we might potentially be able to disperse the lot.
Aye, I'm on board for a wee hit mission.
Mm-hmm. With a backup
If
plan of the Earth Elementals, I guess.
I'd say all of the above. We're going to need everything we've got.
Aye, fighting for every tunnel.
Now, I'm going to point out, I'm not going to give you any more information about that Pudding King until I've got that meeting with the Digger Maddox. That's who I'm going to be telling this to, and nobody alone. And I have to guarantee the safety of my people and the continuation of my people in our home.
Like I said, we can't really go talking on that until we've got this slime issue thing, but they are going to be holding a meeting, all the different heads of the different industries together, and you have an invite right here. So you'll be sitting at a table with them as equals to chatter about this issue.
Well?
I mean, have you had a chance to speak aloud about the issues that you have with you currently? Because the one thing we've heard is just simply that you're both working for yourselves.
No.
Your side and their side.
No. Their problem is they don't see us as belonging in our home because we're were-rats. We aren't deep gnomes anymore to them, we're were-rats.
Well, it is generally seen as a curse. Generally.
Well, to be fair, some of what you've been saying with, well, I don't know very much about this whole demon thing that you're talking about, but this might connect with some of the information we've learned about what's been going on just outside Blingden Stone.
Oh?
Noticed that some of our cousins, our lovely Sverfneblin friends inside, if they spend much time outside the city, they start getting a bit strange. Greed and aggression tend to be growing far more than you'd expect for our kind. It's not affecting us, shockingly. I don't know why. We can be outside the city as long as we need, and it's all right. But if they don't return in good order, things start going a bit funny.
I wonder if I've had any dealings with myconoids.
I don't think. I don't
But
recall.
it's just the case of there's a lot of horrendous shit wandering around there now. A lot of demons just freely roaming too. It's not a good time to be travelling the tunnels.
I agree. So, can we get an agreement for a round of this chit-chat and howdy-do?
Aye, I said. I managed to get him to write up a wee bit.
He takes it and looks at the timing. I'll arrange my people to be there then, and Hopefully the Diggermatics can pull that pick out of their ass long enough to get some help for this place. We'll be there.
Good to hear.
Just make sure those at the gate don't try to cut us down when we walk through, or my boys won't be happy.
I will have a word with him.
Fair.
Plus, don't forget to show off that wee bit as well. It's a nice wee shiny thing.
I'll get 4 of my boys to escort you out. I do appreciate that you didn't kill any of them.
Well, that seemed a bit rude. I said we were just here to talk about the current big issue.
We did get a bunch of bolts out of it.
Do you have those? I'd like them back.
How much of a worth to you? 2 silver a pop.
They gifted them to us.
It's a joke.
But some of my boys will help you out just to make sure you don't, accidentally step in one of the traps you might have missed. And of course, reset the ones that you've disarmed on the way back. Y'all are dismissed.
Just maybe in future, if there's just an immediate demand for communication, it might be handier to answer to it than shooting for more. At least from this side of things.
We can't afford that for the moment, but that might change.
I'm just saying when it comes from the inner city, when it's the other deep knowns, because it's just a case of they're probably not sending a hit squad.
They have before.
They've already done that. Alright.
We've had plenty of clashes. It's not been pleasant. But we're happy to let bygones be bygones, and as long as we can get the assurance that we can stay in our homes, we'll see.
Well,
and
let's
I
make
do
sure
want to work together with this.
Because it'd be nice to have a Blingden Stone that continues.
I agree. Maybe potentially start working together for a change instead of trying to beat ourselves over the head. But will you be here for this meeting tomorrow?
Yeah, we got a grand invite ourselves.
Wonderful. I'll see you then.
Indeed.
And he gestures for you to leave.
And off we go.
As we are leaving. Alright. Well, we definitely gonna have to prepare some sort of what's it called, a contingency plan if he gets a lone team, because I do not like the thought of a lycanthrope with someone else alone.
Oh no, it won't be alone. It'll be at the meeting.
Aye, but if the only way they can get peace if they, like you said, he wanted to speak with him alone. If he gets alone for saying, "Oh, I got something,"
he meant alone as in he wasn't going to tell anybody but the Diggermatics.
Yeah.
No, but he will tell him at the meeting, but he wants to be with the Diggermatics before he says it.
Yes. Not like kick everybody out of the room and tell them, but
I mean, it's all right.
I'm only giving. Yeah.
If the king has if the Diggermatics has a bit of an issue with him, a limp or something like that, there, I could just cast a remove curse and it's all done.
Yeah, it's not like Harton hasn't done that before and completely and utterly beat the module.
To be fair, Lou also beat the module by having Mold Earth. That got us out on multiple occasions. We just didn't use it. It's like, you're now trapped by a cave in this temple. Okay, Mold Earth. Of course, that's where the DMS lean is. No, only loosely packed dirt, not stone.
No, it was fine.
I'm just saying,
it was fine.
That's the kind of thing that has to be applied.
What is a stone but more densely, loosely packed dirt?
I don't know, ask Bjorn or Bernard. They can tell you all about stone.
So,
where do rocks come from?
Lou.
Never mind.
Ask Uzana, she would know.
Well, you see, from 4 billion years ago, the whole Earth was a big sphere of magma.
What's a sphere?
You're lucky you're pretty.
I went to college.
I don't know. I
You
feel.
did indeed go to a college.
I feel like his looks are more like the little dangly bit in an anglerfish. It's just a lure. There's no benefit there.
Lou, Goody is lightly kind of nipping at your ear and making hungry sounds.
Well, luckily I have a ration pack. Actually, several.
He starts doing a happy dance as he gets food.
Excellent.
Muttering to Bjorn, we're going to have to fucking twist that thing's neck. And the basilisk. Tell me about the statues, Lou. Tell me about the statues.
I mean, if we just let him stay down at Mirza Baranson, it'll kind of just become their problem.
Hey, we can just throw his name off a lease. Put him down as a missing persons, it'll be fine. I mean, really, as a member of Breaking the Earth, he shouldn't really have a very public image after all. It'd be for the best if he just disappeared for a wee bit.
Don't joke about that, Harton.
Say
I'm
about
like
60,
a reverse spy. I'm very visible.
say about 60, 70 years. That's no time at all for a dry. Once
But I
Harden's
wanna
gone,
go
he's
to
everyone
the
else's
park.
problem. It's fine.
He's not going to Menzo. Where did all the party members disappear? Sorry, I'm on a different map.
That's not a good sign.
Like,
We've
don't-
snuck out of town already. We just came in, grabbed our stuff, and just snuck outside.
Alright, we got them to
That
our meeting.
sounds like an Underdark problem.
Yeah, we got them to our meeting. Our job is done here.
So, do you all report to the Digger Maddox that they will have individuals?
No, we'll leave it as a complete surprise. Yeah, we tell the guards as well, the gate and all.
Okay. So it does not take long. They, of course, actually seem. Dorbo seems surprised. Senny seems grateful. And they just. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to be waiting. I guess until tomorrow. So we'll see you then. I guess.
Hey, have a good evening.
You as well. And you are free for the night.
What shall we do with this lot here, apart from evade them? Of course, we'll go on a double date. See Bjorn just fucking ruin his chances with Eldif.
Well, I don't know about you, but I feel like it'll be a lot better than I'd have been stationary for a while, so I think we'll be going out for a bit of a walk around town.
Hey, on you go. Suppose I could do a spot of ghost hunting.
All right.
Can't really take part in many of the festivities of the city, what with it all being Smurf Emblem sized, apart from the visitors'
Yeah.
quarters. Like, Bjorn's fine there as long as he goes through places sideways. Crouches down a bit, but for Harden, he's shit out of luck.
Yeah.
You have to crouch because
And
there are
to
a lot
crawl.
of areas specifically designed not to fit people like you or specifically Lou and Felric, which means Harton and Nadrax and Uzana are shit out of luck.
Yep. We have to take the easy access routes.
Poor Prince Darendel's having to get down and crawl and scoot.
It's amazing how many people are just comfortable with him.
They're
Like,
more
Lou gets
comfortable with
worse.
The Drow, weirdly enough.
Yeah, Lou gets worse looks than the Quaggoth. Be Underdark
He's
Yeti.
under control.
Yeah, I would guess they assume he is a tamed beast or something like that.
But there's no taming a drow.
Yeah, that's right.
There's never been a polite and well-behaved drow in Blingdenstone.
Eh? There has been specifically the one.
Yeah.
That was a joke.
But it's the issue of literally only one. And when you think of all the drow that have been to Blingdenstone, including, quite importantly, it's not a good average.
Yeah, the exceptions that prove the rule.
What? Is there anything you want to specifically do, or do we want to assume you all had a great time?
Obviously, we need to use Lou here for better PR for the drow, so we'll unleash him on the local children, and then he'll just act like he does to Waterdeep children, and then we get fucking kicked out.
Bully the children. You guys live underground. You've never even seen the sun. Yeah, lucky.
I have.
Fucks.
I don't like it, but I've seen it. Fucking hurts.
My mom
Years I
forced
lived
me to
under
be-
it suffering, but I just saw it.
Who will actually be training his new basilisk friend?
I don't even need you to roll. It's too young to train. The best
Well,
you
you
can
know,
get,
Legs.
best-
Move your legs.
yeah, basically the best you can get is it will follow food around.
Excellent.
Oh, so it's a pug.
How
It
handy.
will follow food. It makes happy sounds, and it cuddles up with you.
I could entirely see Lou having the issue of it will follow food, but so will he. And he's just chewing on the thing he's using as bait for it all the time.
What color is it actually? Is it pink?
No, it is a regular color basilisk.
So like stony blue.
Unfortunate. Because if his pink mohawk ever burnt down, he could just put the thing on his head as replacement.
But
Basilisk. It's a good name for a haircut.
in the morning, everybody assembles for your meeting. It is a bit of an interesting meeting. You have, of course, Dorbo and Seni. You have Nomi Pathshutter, who have you actually talked to her before? I don't think so. And
Nope.
Gurnik Tapfingers. Both of them are representing the Stoneheart Enclave. You have an individual you have not met who has introduced themselves as Kazook Pickshine, representing the Miners Guild. And in actually floats Fur Warden Jaeger's ghost with a younger male Sverfnedlin, who is introduced as Trisk.
Man, I can't believe that the children of Snowflakes are unionized.
Burrow Warden Yadger actually makes it known that Trisk will be speaking for him as he has been secretly training a group of new Burrow Wardens. And it's up to the Digger Maddox if they want to accept them, but they damn well ought to. The Digger Maddox are not quite sure what's going on, but they kind of just want to smooth things over for a little bit, at least before Chipgrin shows up. And they mentioned, we'll let him speak for you right now. We'll consider this Burrow Warden thing in a little bit. But we will allow it for now. We'll discuss it in private. And you can tell Yadger's about to argue a bit. Except for that's when Chipgrin enters, and the entire situation changes a little bit. It gets a lot more serious, you notice. Seni, once everybody gets seated and all the introductions are done again for the sake of Chipgrin, Senny asks you to inform everybody that is present what you've seen. And after you do so, the debate starts. Some people are suggesting trying to flee temporarily. Some people are suggesting let's get a fight going. Burr Warden Yadgar is the first one to speak up and say, listen here, y'all are bickering about who's a what, and it doesn't matter. You ain't gonna be able to do this if you're all separated. You gotta do this together. And there ain't gonna be no rats. There ain't gonna be no Swerfneblin. Y'all are together. Do you hear me?
What?
I mean, she's not wrong.
I mean, it's just funny that, you know, we're all in this together. The ones who actually do work are the fucking diversity hires on the side here.
Yeah.
People of all colors, creeds, and races.
To be fair, I don't think he thinks y'all will be the problem here.
Yeah, of course not. We're the solution.
Yes.
They all look kind of awkward. And Yagger points out specifically at Dorbo and just says, if they be helping you and you been needing their help, you better be counting them as allies, and you better be recognizing their right to rejoin the community when you're done.
You can take it as authority from a man who has literally lost his life in defending this place.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Dorbo kind of does one of those moments where he's trying to swallow a pill. I see the wisdom. I might have been a bit wrong.
It's like this guy is a non-senile version of Abraham Simpson. I didn't fight and die in this war, so you could listen to this music.
I might have been wrong. I can see the wisdom in Yadger's words. And Chipgrin claps his hands and says, that's good to hear. That's all we've been wanting this whole time. Now, do you want to know about this Pudding King?
I mean, that really changes the tone of a conversation. Yes, let's hear about the Pudding King.
Originally, well, to be fair, I didn't know that this whole Jublix thing was going on, but I knew that he was the cause of it all. He can command the oozes as if they were intelligent.
Aye, we've witnessed this.
Mm-hmm.
We're willing to use our boys and girls to fight up against the oozes if we need to. If I had to guess, the best way to do things would be for our group to try to push in from the west. Wait, oh no.
The West.
Yeah, west. South. Sorry, this is south. I'm dumb. So they'd be coming in from this area. So we can push it over from the south. You all push over from the east. Unfortunately, but that leaves an open flank from the rock blight. And you can see now the discussions are starting. Well, Senny speaks up and mentions that potentially they could try to do something to break down some of the rock walls and cave-ins that they've caused to open up more ways to get deep gnomes through. But this is going to be hard no matter what. The Stone Enclave mentions if they can get time to start summoning earth elementals, potentially 3 or 4 days. Well, it'll take 3 or 4 days to get people down there. They prefer 5 days if they can to get a collection of very strong earth elementals down. They might potentially have a fighting chance because you've saved the issue of Entomox Boon. And with Ogremok's Bane gone, none of these earth elementals being brought into the field have risk of going insane and turning on the fighters.
Mm-hmm.
The only issue that really pops up that you all can see is Kazook Pickshine mentions that, well, our weapons are going to be, well, corroding from the oozes, if I'm not mistaken, depending on the kind we've got. We potentially could try to get some oil and try to apply it to our weapons and armor to protect from corrosion, but I need some ingredients for that. Our usual contact for that's gone dark and we need to go check it out.
This sounds like a familiar setup. It's like Bjorn and Harden here leaning back, just waiting for it.
Yeah.
Bernard's got his head in
Someone-
his hands, shaking his head slowly.
Someone, anyone, as all the heads start turning towards our group.
Yep. Would you potentially be willing to head on down to our trading partners?
Oh, this is a
Find out why
surprise.
they've gone dark?
Did not expect us to come our way. Sure, we'll take a look for it, aye.
Have you heard of Neverlight Grove?
Once in a poem, I think.
Well,
Usually we actually do have a bit of a trading arrangement with them, but we haven't been able to speak to them recently for some reason. We don't know why.
Is that the Myconoid place?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Have we not told him about that? I guess we haven't. We tell him
He
about
doesn't know.
Neverlight Grove.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, that's pretty much a no-go, I think.
We did get an invitation to the wedding, though.
I mean, we could go there, it's just a case of it's a filthy, cultish place filled with horrendous demonic fungus.
And either the avatar or the real deal of a horrendous demon.
Oh, she was the real deal, you could tell. I mean, an avatar is basically the same equivalency.
So we are kind of under-equipped for that situation, I believe.
Really, the term you're looking for is Exarch. If you want to indicate someone of a lesser rate, he's just going on his own tangent.
I was at least hoping. The only other option would be to try to get a shipment of salt down to Gracklestug to trade for weapons, but I don't think they'll get back here in time, really.
It is
I
quite a
don't-
jaunt.
Yeah.
I mean, the oil might exist at Neverlight Grove. It's just a case of it's not going to be dealing with it unless you want to join their glorious collective.
We might have to do without. At that point,
we
Burward and
sourced a lot of
Yadgar.
rocks to throw.
Well, I mean, we've got
They're-
some things.
Lou, don't be
but-
ridiculous. They're going to be using the rocks to make elementals.
Well,
Oh,
they're
that
just
is
small
well.
ones.
That's the best part, is them saying, yes, you're right.
Yeah, that as well. But Burward and Yadgar does speak up all over this. Look, as much as I think those things would be a good idea, yes, we don't have the time right now.
We need to chop off the Pudding King's head and stick it in a bucket.
Aye. Now, me ghosties, I can try to round up as many as we can. I'm sure more than enough would be willing to fight for their homes.
Again.
Again, aye. We've done it once, we might as well do it again. I think we've got a real shot.
Just thinking to the Wizard in the Ring is a case of like, are we hoping for a better outcome? I mean, they're certainly driven if they died for it.
Well,
Meanwhile, of course, Dawnbringer's just making everyone wince and squint at each other.
they would have asked you to put her away.
Yeah.
She is not going to be out right now. That would not work. Well, they'll certainly be. Well, actually, yeah. I mean, their strikes wouldn't be weakened after attacking the oozes, so they could be quite effective, actually. Find that with the earth elements. This is a fairly good idea, actually. But can you really take all those oozes with that?
You just have
It's
to
a-
kill the head guy, right? And then hopefully they'll disperse.
Aye, it's about dispersal and distraction. Because he's controlling them. But he's one man, despite his divine influence at this point. Well, unholy influence at this point. You attack him from enough directions, he might not be able to coordinate correctly, and then the ooze will just be doing what to do, which is very predictable.
Actually, think about it. I mean, are we even sure he still has a physical form? Is he maybe an ooze himself at this point? There's some ritual?
Oh, thanks for saying that,
Nope.
putting that out there. That's a wonderful thing to think about.
Chipgrin does respond, nope, he is a physical person. And on a map that is kind of displayed of what they knew as traditional Blingden Stone, he does highlight the area which he knows this Pudding King holds court. He's a Swerfneblin, and he looks it.
I'm almost impressed he's got a hell of a voice to carry it that far.
If I had to guess, he's probably got some magic from, well, now we know from who.
That's true, his voice was shittier compared to mine. Not a proper divinely inspired one. But aye, we just need to keep him off balance, distracted, unfocused. Even that might delay things a bit better. And I mean, every ooze killed is a good one in this case, because after we chop off his head, best circumstance, the summoning's over. But there's still going to be a lot of oozes here, not quite ready to disperse everywhere. So we'll still have to clean the tunnels of them.
Right, but they might just not be as aggressive.
Certainly the ones at the back. The ones up front are still just going to be thinking of food.
Aye.
Likely.
But, again,
And
predictable.
after a bit of debating, the plan kind of gets arranged. The idea is for you all to act as a strike team to get you in and down to the Pudding King. Before you is going to be a huge contingent of earth elementals. The idea is to push in with the earth elementals first, followed then by the Gold Whisker were-rats.
Aye,
And
makes sense.
effectively-
Rock and awe. Got ya.
Yep. Just try to find a way to cut you all in. And then behind you will come the rear guard of the Swerfneblin main force.
Just inwardly, we just thought of we are doing this with a contingent of the undead, so that's a bit of a question mark there. I mean, technically they're more just the dead. They're not really from the negative plane and such. It's just fine. It's fine. I'll worry about it later.
And yep, it is mentioned that Yadger plans to do a bunch of hit and runs. Wherever he thinks that people need assistance, he'll pop the ghosts out. And we'll see what we can do. You think that, let me do a quick check actually to see how this is going to go for. Oh, heck yeah. Y'all prepared very well, actually. You made this easier for yourselves. They make an agreement. As of right now, any alliances that have been forged seems to be holding. And everybody is dismissed, and they agree that they will have this fight in 6 days' time. You all have 6 days to do with as you wish.
We go fight the Pudding King.
We're gonna steal
Good
the
luck.
kill.
The element
Love
of
the game.
surprise. How can we not win? We're surprising both our own side and the enemy side.
You know, this went a lot. You know, these negotiations are about joining forces went a lot better than back when we had to deal with the three-toothed tribe.
I mean, it's not really surprising in this case. There's actually something that worthwhile to fight over here, as opposed to we'll pick up whatever we can off the fucking field. Not really forward planning, those ones, were they?
Nah. I think it would be enough that there was an orc tribe just going around ravaging the lands, but I guess those field rights were still a big issue.
Oh, I mean, you can't really go belittling how Father Johnson's great-grandfather once made... what was his name again? Father Carmichael, that was it. He had a cow of a limp because of that, man. I mean, that's obviously what both settlements should focus on in the entire time when they're getting burned down around them.
Hey, you can't... Like, how can you even be bothered to deal with a dispute that's only like 2 generations old?
Exactly, aye. You haven't had time to let it burn in the blood that these orcs are gonna fucking stomp all over your head.
Nah, you need something worth it to, you know, just in case you forget to put it in like a book or something.
Anyway, voices of experience there. How are you lot holding up?
So, 6 days to prepare, eh?
Yep.
We're gonna need a montage.
We can relax a little bit. I mean, what else? Can we do anything else?
Right, Lou, grab that hammer. We're gonna teach you how to fight.
But I have a knife and a sword.
Aye, you need to be more versatile.
Exactly, you've got children's weapons there.
Can I use 2 hammers? As if.
DM, I'd like to apply for the dual weapon fighting style just to shut Lou up. In fact, give it to Bjorn as well.
Can I also have it even though I won't use it?
No.
Oh.
You fucking hammers.
I mean, I guess
All
the
right,
advantage
just-
is that at the very least we're going to get some poison resistance.
Just sitting outside her store waiting for a bubbling to cease. Do you have more healing potions yet? I notice your sign there saying out of stock. When's that going away?
By the time you do get around to trading your potions for poison resistance, she does have a couple more, and she is willing to give you 2 free healing potions to go along with.
I'm gonna keep my random ass damage resistant potion. You never know.
I want mine too. I'm keeping it.
It might come in handy when fighting some sort of wizard or lich-like being.
Yeah, I'll take the risk. It's more fun that way,
Well,
especially
you
if you
can
can get someone else to drink it.
Well, you can have my poison resistance.
Here's the thing, though. He's saying that he's going to be immune to it soon. Monk gets purity of body. Eventually, you're just immune to all poison.
You can never be drunk again.
Oh God.
So anybody who wants their potion swapped out can have a poison resist, and you get 2 free potions of healing.
We have a wonderful socializing montage as well. We get Prince Darendil a better outfit, more suited for his figure.
Oh, if you did that, he would be absolutely overjoyed.
Oh yeah, might as well.
He wants something more princely and more elven, unlike this horrible Quagoth stuff that they have him in right now.
Alright, now the tricky part. Get the cream, it's time to wax and shave.
I do not think that's a good idea. I am in Quagoth form. I'd rather just go back to normal.
Maybe the elf is just underneath all that fur.
Imagine what they'd look like shaved.
Oh dear.
Because they'd lose
Oh,
all
no.
the weird jutting angles of them, so you'd just see they're just a lanky bloke. It's like we don't have that big spiky tuft of hair on the back to make it look like they got a hunch or anything. It's a back. They're so featureless.
I could use 6 hours and 150 gold.
Let's see
have
here. I mean,
Yeah,
we've
we
al-
both.
Funny, but I'm
we've
asking.
only got these 1,300 gold pieces. All right, 150 gold is gone.
Thank you.
Enjoy yourself.
Oh, I'm more sure that everyone else will enjoy it.
Can I go scribble in her book?
Remove curse.
Oh, we've never seen that one.
Yeah, but now we have another way to cast it.
Now we just go sneak into where place and cure 4 or 5 of them and then sneak out again. Repeat every day.
We just took away that which makes you special.
No, that's only if they don't want to be were rats. Because otherwise they're just going to go up to their friends and say, hey, someone cured me. Can you bite me?
That's the problem. They'll walk up and say, bite me. Fuck you. Get out. Unfortunately, a cleric does not have any need of extra spellbook shit and all. I've just got to decide what to prepare.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a sword.
You've got Eldef to work on.
Yeah, Lou will suggest a double, triple double date.
It's a double
with the
date.
other triple, double, quadruple
It's a
date.
double.
How many people are going? Am I invited?
I can't go anywhere right now. My wife is scribbling in her book.
I think he's saying that you're going with me and Eldef.
Well, it'll be fun. We also will fit better in the town as a whole.
And obviously, Horik and Rumblefoot. They've got to patch things up. We have just seen great diplomatic overtures happening between a driven, split people here. It's now time to lay down the hatchet.
Bury the hatchet.
Set it down. I didn't use bury because you'd take it the other way.
Yes. The other way.
With the Molder spell, I think.
You know he doesn't have a fucking clue who you are, right? Like, you are filled with vengeance and bitterness, and he has been living his life happily.
He's accomplished nothing.
He's living a happy life. That seems an accomplishment.
Isn't that
I
pretty much
helped you all find the place with the treasure and the sword.
that too?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not buying it.
There's nothing to buy.
did.
It's been done. It happened.
Yes. And he'll have to live with those consequences.
Are they always like this?
These two, yes.
So it's not just me.
No, it's not just you.
No.
They think it's
Yes.
because of you, but no, they're just fucking thick right now.
Oh. I'm glad to know it's not just me.
It's alright, I've seen Horik get more riled up before. One time someone took his plate away before it was finished. Tried to give him
Don't
the
do
bill.
that. That's a horrible crime.
Aye, tried to give him the bill as well.
That was the quickest I ever seen a man's arm come off.
It was great as well, because he was in his little seat and then just fucking leapt across the place.
No, who would ever do something like that?
It was sticky date pudding. What do you expect?
Well, I expected to go back to that place at some point, but that didn't happen. Thank you, Horik.
Look, it wasn't my fault he burnt the place down.
That is true. He was arrested for insurance scam later on.
I think he was just doing it to get out of town, though. Didn't want the wee whirlwind coming after his legs again.
Oh, when they advertise serving size and under deliver, that's just not on.
Is a bit of an issue, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Also, you know that Wagyu beef that was supposed to be there? I think that might have been just dairy cow.
Can't have been. It was dry.
And also the health inspectors were going to shut the place down the next day anyway, so no
yeah,
great
it was
loss.
burned down.
Well, for Harden's 6 days of rest, I mean, I might as well make use of them in the usual way when in a city, running laps around the fucking city length with Hooten behind. Keep her exercised.
It does occur to you, Hooten has gotten to the size where you don't think, particularly in combat, you can keep her in a papoose anymore.
I'll just have her slung under the arm then. I could always try the harness training now. It's bound to be some craftsman has got some deep rope leather.
You can work with somebody in that period of time where for about 10 gold you can get a full set of what you need.
Yeah. I mean, it's a case of she's already been trained over the months and all to, stay at the foot and all. But just in case, especially for precarious situations, we can slip that on. She won't be stuck on it, trapped on it, if you will. Always on a leash like some sort of persecuted creature. Who would do such a thing to an owlbear? That would visit upon its deep mental trauma. Probably result in the owlbear growing up into an asshole.
She lets him off. Eating crackers.
The only thing she lets him off with is responsibility for his actions. He bullies the Kobold Ranger. Aw, isn't he cute?
Well, he is.
He knocks the wizard off the wagon onto the floor. Look at him. He's growing up so quickly these days, and he gets fried.
He fucking deserved.
Yes, he did. Absolutely, he did.
He did, but it's a good thing Rain didn't know that you did that.
There we go. Trim it out of the treasury. Just a wee thing for her to wear in precarious situations, and get her used to actually wearing it without just falling on her side, disagreeing. And of course, find some things for her to bite down on. Aye, not a whole lot else for myself to do. Can't expand my repertoire of spells. In the PHB and such, it takes like 60 fucking days or more to learn any skills.
Yeah.
Already done the romance angle. Of course, every night still sending a message to the kids.
And I still have a
Going
bunch
to
of
tell them
booster
you're going to
decks
war?
for
Oh,
card
aye.
game. We could start a tournament.
Of course I'm telling them that.
Well, the kids will tell you good luck, have fun, and we are totally behaving.
I don't believe that for one fucking second. Because you wouldn't have brought it up if I didn't even ask. You just spread it up. So I'm already suspicious.
Oh. We
Alexa
probably should
was
have waited
teaching him
to
his
say
new
that, shouldn't we?
special agents.
Let's be fair here, there wouldn't have been a good time to say it. Because I would have sniffed it out immediately.
Sorry.
Don't go making
Might have
other
gotten
people's
a
lives more
guard.
difficult.
Are you still in Luskin?
We might have gotten a second guard because, yeah.
The weird thing is, his conversations like over the course of a couple of days, because he's only got so many spell slots, so it's 25 words 3 times a night.
Yep.
Remember, your parents are coming back. We're gonna find out everything you did.
We know. We're sorry.
Is there anyone else you should be saying sorry to before it gets worse?
To our nanny and to our 2 guards and to Mr. Beniago.
Well, that's reassuring. I was worried they were going to call him the nanny.
And probably Miss Caddy Bree.
Oh?
We
Wait,
might
the one
have
from the
to-
book?
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah.
How the fuck is she alive?
You leave that nice old lady alone.
They stop and they go, is she supposed to be dead?
She's supposed to be an old woman or more at this point.
She's like, I don't even think she's 30.
We have some questions to ask her, Uzi. My great crusade might continue.
Clarification. If you ask for clarification, they do specify, yes, it is Caddy Bree, daughter of Bruner. And Eldeth will be very happy to confirm, no, she's alive, like Bruner is alive.
I read the kids all about the storybooks about the Tar and all that there. That was a long time ago.
Oh no, they became back. They did a reincarnation. That's
Oh,
why
of
King
course.
Bruner looks like he's a babe.
Oh.
He looks like a young one.
Poor man. Had to regrow his beard.
Aye.
Could you ever live with such a trauma, Bjorn? Imagine one day you wake up again, you're beardless until the next morning sun. How could you live with those 24 hours?
Probably be blackout drunk.
Aye, well, that is customary for a babe.
Would being drunk carry over through the reincarnation?
No.
It would probably do so with an adventuring party. Like, if they got blitzed that hard, the spirits are literally spiritually altering them. Well, it's a case of, ridiculousness comedy, not actual literal translation of the rules. It's like he got so drunk that it carried through even past death.
No. He was not drunk when he died.
No, we're talking about hypotheticals here of that could apply to an adventuring party for a ludicrous, hilarious moment. But rules is written like it's a different body, so there's no alcohol contained there.
Correct.
But you could probably get the body drunk before they inhabit it.
Reload the body with booze? That's so crazy. Oh my god, I put an image.
I'm pouring one out for my homie. And this one, and this one, and this one.
So we're
Just
running that
IV.
next, right?
You wake up as a different species with no knowledge of what happened, and you're blitzed off your fucking face.
Commence one shot.
Either way,
We call it the Dark Lurch.
either way, you have a feeling that you've probably got some apologies for Beniago when you get back.
The children have some apologies for Beniago when we get back, and I'll make sure to fucking give them.
But it is time. The Battle of Blingdenstone is on.
Woo!
The good old bling ding.
And it goes. It actually goes better
And
than you think.
job done. We level up.
Not yet. Not quite yet.
Let me check over my spells.
Yes. Please check over as things start to happen.
How confident are you guys feeling? Because I might not need to bring Revivify, right?
I mean, if you bring a healing spell instead, it should be okay.
Now,
I do have a
Rena,
ranged cure wounds.
Before we start going into this, how involved is this going to be?
We should be fine for time.
We've got half an hour left.
Yeah. I think we'll probably be fine for time.
Okay.
What transpires? It goes exactly to plan. You all expected at least some of the oozes to break through, but between the elementals and the were-rats in front of you and the ghosts popping up to provide assistance as needed, as much as the weakening weapons and armor seem to be causing issues, they get you through. The only thing that you notice is while they're able to get you through, you're not sure if they're actually going to be able to get much headway into this swirling quagmire of ooze. For every ooze they cut down, another one takes its place, and you seem to think that the other caverns contain more ooze that are coming by the minute to join this giant fracas. You do successfully get brought down to the area through a side. Oh, that's the exact opposite color that I need. I need the reveal area. They get you in through a side chamber. They try to keep it small so that it's easier to create defensive points and keep the oozes out. But they do get you up to the area that Chipgrin has designated as the Court of the Pudding King.
As I just watch Horik and Lou's faces light up at the moment.
Until we see him,
Spoons
it's
out.
gonna be really fun to think about.
Spoons out, gentlemen.
Glabagool actually does slip out of your pouch, and he goes to assist guarding behind you all. He takes up an entire little corridor by himself and successfully can block off the oozes from coming up behind you.
You gonna be alright for this?
I can hold it. I can hold this. This will help. Just go on. Handle him.
I want you back in the bag afterwards.
I'll be coming. Don't worry.
We've got a whole
I'll whip
surface
you
to
up a great
enjoy.
meal.
I want to see the surface. I want to go.
The
I'll have
noble
cake
sacrifice
waiting
of our
for you.
cube. As we watch him charge into the melee, 5 foot per round.
Oh, that's the thing is he doesn't charge. All he does is takes up one of the smaller side passages
Yep.
and just fills it.
Yep.
Gabagool just
Creating a
became
barrier
our
of
fog
himself.
wall for this Elden Ring fight.
That would be a great fucking trick, wouldn't it, for a mod? You try to go for the fog gate and you start losing health immediately.
There's the mimics.
And as you get into this area, you see what is a clearly insane and slime-covered deep gnome who points at you and kind of cackles, and you understand what he's saying, although you have an inkling that he's probably not speaking common. As he just says, "Devour them, my precious children. Make your father proud."
Now, I know it won't turn out like this, but the idea of it's just a single deep gnome here, I know he's about to summon his minions, but... And then a party this size, case of, like, just fucking dogpile and pound the little shit in the paste. I know mechanically it can't work, but that just seems the visual, doesn't it?
Almost. Except
That's
for
clearly Palpatine, so he'll just come back.
For some reason.
except for from the ceiling drops
It's okay, the
These
ogre is
precious
just a
children.
snack.
as he declares, "Meet Prince, meet Prince Livid and Princess Evanmeyer, my lovely children. You won't be here very long."
Oh my, are we gonna have a tea party as well?
He giggles.
I like that when the villains were just assholes.
I'm gonna hit that guy. I'm gonna do it.
Oh, clicked on the wrong token. Oh, let's make sure I get them all on the correct. There we go. Do I got all the rolls?
Yeah, they have a decent blacksmith in town. I forgot to check there. I like this armor. I've been wearing it a lot of years.
I think we just need a Natrax.
And a Gaddix.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Husband,
Yeah.
roll.
Roll.
Initiative.
Oh yeah. Sorry, there's a lot going on right now. Dang it! That's not my. I didn't select my token.
It's alright.
Can I keep the 7?
Sure. You're faster than the ooze. It doesn't matter. You would still be above him.
No, actually.
No, that's wrong. You are faster.
Okay.
Because you have more decks. You break.
Yeah.
You break the tie.
Just the tiebreaker wasn't on. Top of the round, Horik.
Yep. Let's see if this works. It shouldn't, but we'll see. Hello.
Goodbye.
No.
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 He's probably right.
The 15 does not hit, as a magical barrier stops it, but the 26 certainly does. And he lets out a panicked cry. The 15 does not hit, the 17 does.
And con 13 save. Damn it.
Wow, that's a crit.
Goodbye.
Damn, he's a healthy, hardy guy.
Oh, that's him done.
Yep. I tried.
And now it's time for Lou to get a wild magic surge that detonates a fireball right where he is.
Oh, I can get so many kills.
What are you going to do, Lou?
Kill.
Well, this is not the pudding that I came for, so I'm going to shoot the guy who lied to me. The
But he
pudding.
still got the spoon out for some reason.
Yeah.
Well, just in case.
Not a
You
good
never know
one,
what
though.
kind
It's one of
of-
his little wooden spoons.
Well, if it's going to dissolve in the stuff anyway, it might as well be like cheap spoon. Oh no,
What is this
I think
spell?
I missed. That's my I replaced Dissonant Whispers with.
Ah, okay.
That's great.
You do miss. You're attacking the Pudding King, right?
Yes.
However, give me a D100.
Oh, God.
Where is it? Where is it? Oh, I deleted my macro. Oh no, never mind, I didn't.
No, what sheet am I opening? Ah! We're on that sheet for a change. We're on that sheet for a change. Thank you for loading it up finally. 39. Lou, nothing seems to have happened. Except
No.
for you notice as you shift in your steps, because you felt the shift happen. You kind of do a little bit of a kind of hop around and you're going, what's going on? You notice every time you take a step off of where you're at, some fungus and moss is growing at your feet.
I knew I had this spoon for something.
Zuck
A healthy
Boy's coming
snack.
for you.
Is this the wedding invitation?
Lou, you did that.
You go on ahead, Felrict. I'm just gonna swap spots with you.
You all see the trail every time Lou goes anywhere. He's a swath of moss and mushrooms.
Maybe I'll be a druid next.
A
Bernard's
drow
got
druid? That would
stop
never
at-
work.
Time for gun. Wow.
At least say who you're
Who is he
shooting.
hitting?
I was gonna go for the king again.
Okay.
Ba-ching.
Unfortunately, 14 doesn't hit the king.
I will stay where I am.
Harton, you have a moss bed behind you.
Alright, I know this is going to make it tough to coordinate and all, but I don't want him casting anything. I'm going to cast Silence. Right where he is.
You can tell he doesn't look thrilled.
I hope not.
He's making angry looking words in your general direction.
Alright, so remember, you're not going to hear shit when you're in there while I've still got this up. So, hand signals and gestures, people. And let's step back. Actually, let's shift Hooten behind some cover there.
Putin is champing at the bit, trying to pull towards the ooze on the right.
They're filthy fucking oozes, though. It's going to be a terrible taste.
Give
But-
me an animal handling.
No, he's gonna let her go.
Oh, okay.
You don't get to play that card, Rena. Don't even.
She's gonna learn.
do.
She's gonna learn her lessons. She's gonna claw for it.
She's so eager to whip out that animal hand.
Got a 1.
Done to her. Yeah.
She can't tell where the ooze ends or begins and just kind of
Yeah.
pats around.
At which point Harton's gonna scoop her up and say, "Yeah, see what happens when you run off by yourself, not coordinating? We'll try again next time." That'll be the turn.
Bats your nose.
Hmm?
She bats your nose. Hey, Drex.
Alright. I would like to scoot around using my bonus to dash. And stab the motherfucker.
That'll be an attack of opportunity.
Alright, this one, yeah. I guess I'll take that one.
Turns out to be the deadliest of slimes.
I mean, they could be quite nasty.
The polymorph Tarask that maintains its regular
Yeah,
stats.
I don't think an 11 hits me unless it gets advantage for some reason.
And look at the number, though. See, that
Yeah,
could be
more than
quite horrendous to get slapped by that.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I didn't get slapped and stab him for 27.
You think he might be screaming.
It's a good look on his face.
Anything else?
No, I am out of actions.
By the way, not that it's really gonna matter, but technically, you also wouldn't have advantage because the advantage is negated by the black ooze.
It didn't matter here because he just needs an
yeah.
ally to threaten him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No. It was just more that he was also rolling with advantage to stab. It was just more that part.
Yep.
Yeah, that's just generally active.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's easier to ignore one part rather than roll again.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see if we can make the little bastard not be able to run. About up here, so I don't hit my friends.
Okay, so to clarify, who is this going on?
Just casting Magnify Gravity on him. And offsetting it so it just hits him.
Yes.
So a con save.
Dag.
Does anything happen?
No, just
Damage.
Half damage. So yeah, he takes 2 damage.
Yep. He's annoyed.
Well, I hope nothing's on the ground in that space, because it also takes a strength check to pick it up.
Nothing of import, unfortunately. Bjorn.
Yeah. Well, I probably need to insert myself here so that it doesn't just push through. But although it's going to be halved very soon when I start chopping, because I have no other solution than slashing. So what? It's 15 damage. And I assume that I'm also going to take damage from the spotter.
Let's see. Check really quick because I know she's a little bit different. You. Yep, it'd be 1d8.
1d8 of acid damage, I assume.
Yep, that's 6 acid damage. I rolled it for
Oh.
you. You're glad I rolled it for you. It's 6.
Okay.
I for some strange reason I went to GM though. Oh, there we go. However, so that was the long sword.
Yeah, that was my first hit with a long sword.
There's now 2 of them.
Mm-hmm. And second slap. That's 11. Does that hit?
An 11. Yes.
17 damage.
He very quickly.
I like the image of Bjorn going in, I'm gonna stop this thing, and then as he keeps chopping it, it just squidges away around him.
Yeah.
That one doesn't divide, actually. Oh wait, yes it does. Never mind. I'm stupid. So you now have 3 oozes.
And another d8 of damage.
Yes. I'll roll it for you. 2 damage.
Right. And I might as well action surge.
Mhm.
Try to deal as much damage to this as possible before it starts slipping past. 15.
It hits.
14 damage.
The one here is deceased.
And 25 for
The
20
one here
damage.
is deceased.
Yeah. And I'm gonna move over here just to be in the way, and I'm guessing 2 d8s of acid damage.
Correct. which is 13 total.
Alright. Ow. I did more damage to myself than that creature did.
Anything else?
And Eldeth has got to take some shots at this one.
Okay. That hits, and it does damage.
And that one as well. And she's got to move out of the way. That's the end of my turn.
The Pudding King doesn't look thrilled. He's surrounded. He's looking at the problem children around him. And he does see. Ah, yes. You see him point over at the group of you all, and Uzana, above your head seems to be a patch of green slime that is kind of growing. And it looks like it's getting ready to drip and drop.
Huh. That's a problem.
Yes. Give me a dex save. You do successfully dodge out of the way of the green slime.
Woo!
As it hisses and bubbles as it hits the ground. You think you're probably very glad you avoided that.
Yes.
You'll probably think that you're so clever. Dodging that.
I don't think an 11 hits you, Bjorn.
Nope.
Bernard.
Nonetheless, Felric has decided to betray me and started assisting the Black Pudding, then no.
No.
It's just a racial advantage they give to enemies of them.
Nard's going to move to here and transform into a giant constrictor.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to use the constrict action to do stuff.
Gotta try and constrict the goo.
Acidic goo. Stuff that burns on contact.
Now, is that or try and hit it with a stick? Which do you want?
You can chuck small fireballs, can't you?
Poison clouds.
Okay. I mean, it's not you that's sizzling, it's a snake form.
Actually, he's attacking the one that doesn't have that.
Nice.
So
It's just gross.
Yeah.
I was going to move Prince Darendil to there, so technically I've got flanking.
Okay. Well, either one of them hits. Let's see. Brain. Can I English? Okay. I will point out you can't grapple it.
Oh well, at least it's still doing damage.
Yes, it is doing the damage to it. That is the 18. And it does hurt it, but you're not quite sure how. It's hard to tell how much you've hurt an ooze.
If it matters any, technically my animal form is now magical damage.
Oh no, it doesn't matter. Not for this one.
Okay, just checking.
But does the prince do anything?
Oh, the prince is going to do double claw.
Okay. They both hit. And the prince is not looking good.
You mean the slime is not looking good?
He calls himself. He called it the prince.
Oh, true.
I mean, the prince.
This is a
I mean,
royal
you look at
clash,
his
you're right.
token, He's not looking good either.
I forgot we have royalty here on both sides.
I thought that was the princess. Well, I guess not.
Oh, no, the big one was the princess.
Oh, okay.
As is
Well, now-
usual, princesses are usually larger than the males.
Mm-hmm. You hit. It's 5 damage. He is mutely screaming.
Yeah, it takes a lot of the guilt out of it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Also, remember, that is a slime right there.
He is attacking it.
I know, I'm just telling him,
Yeah.
do you really want to move right next to it? You could be a block away and shoot it. There you go.
Yeah, I just dragged my token and
Yeah.
clicked there.
Yeah, and that if you were shooting into melee, it would have been disadvantage.
No, not for him, he's
Not
trained.
for me.
But he might have gotten splash.
Yeah.
True.
15.
Does hit, yeah.
So it's just Bjorn that gets soaked here.
Yep.
I don't think it applies unless you're
And
one hitting
13
it.
hits.
But we'll see, I don't have the stat block.
It is. The ooze is not doing good.
And Jim Jar is going to try to finish this.
He actually managed to not hit the ooze.
Do you want
Now.
Jim Jar in combat, or do you want to remember that Jim Jar has spells now?
I mean, for now, I think we can kill this thing.
Okay. 15 hits and 3 damage.
I'm fine with
Yeah,
him
where's-
blocking.
Where's the... Oh, do I not have it set up? Doesn't he get a sneak attack? Yeah, sneak attack. That's his sneak attack damage, 2d6.
He is very good at Malgurning it.
Well, good luck, everyone else. Oh boy, it's that thing he didn't kill's turn.
He's spoiled for choice here. He's got a very big snake to eat.
See, the thing is, this is an intelligent ooze, and it knows who is silencing its father.
Hmm.
Harton, give me an intelligence save.
Hmm.
You barely succeed as you feel a psychic presence in your mind trying to obliterate you.
Does my ring not help with that?
Not in this case.
Okay.
That would be communication. This is an attack.
This ring is shite. It's just there so Camuriel doesn't whisper. Or doesn't
Or
dig.
look, more specifically.
Yeah.
So thankfully that didn't happen. That would have hurt. Horik, it's your turn.
Speaking of hurting.
Yeah, I think I shall apply some.
And you get advantage on him. So that thing about the curb stomp, it did work out that way.
Both hit. And you kill him. Wait, no, you kill them.
Okay, I already killed
And he
him, never mind.
continues punching a corpse.
Yeah, just jumps on him, straddles him, just beating the fist in.
Without the noise feedback, he's not quite sure if he's dead or not.
It is a weird experience as you see him die.
and you can't hear him, but you can see him just laughing maniacally as you beat him in the face.
Is this my connection or is she roboting?
It's your connection.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It could
No,
have
it's
been
fine.
mine. That's
Horik
why I
just
was
keeps
confused.
punching him because he literally cannot hear a bell.
But you can't hear him laughing, but he is laughing hysterically as you punch him in the face and just start slowly melting into an ooze puddle.
Ew.
However, in all of your minds, there's a silence, but in all of your minds, you hear him say, "You haven't won, no. We will rise from our children. We will be reborn from the faceless Lord. Jublix will consume the banquet of the Queen of Fungi, and we will all grow." The oozes, they're both still both still attacking you, but they've lost a little bit of focus.
Did he say all that in the sphere of silence?
Yeah, because it's psychic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Directly into your minds.
Okay, I didn't hear that part.
We might have just screwed up there. He could have been our +1 on the wedding invitation.
Okay, I got none of that.
Oh, let's try that again. So, I'll just copy pasta this for you.
He renders down into slime while cackling as you beat him to death. And then proclaims this psychically to all of us.
There we go. Anything else, Horik?
No. No.
Yeah, don't go burning your hands.
Lou, you have assisted somebody who's probably assisting a wedding crasher.
Well, I'm just gonna try a crazy thing on this slime over here. Go for the mind sliver.
On the smart ooze.
Yeah, this guy over here, the smaller one.
Wow. If it didn't have -5 in intelligence.
Yeah.
Is it smart enough for Mind Sliver?
It might. I think it might be an int. Let me check. Is there an int 3? No.
Okay, so it
That's
doesn't
a
need to be.
creature.
Okay.
Doesn't need to be smart.
Okay, good. In which case, it is dead.
Yay! 3. Direct will move here to provide support to Bjorn.
Moral support.
1 sword swing support.
Okay. He hits, does 9 damage. Which means that. Da-da-da. Copy. Paste. You now have 2.
The hell?
Also from a piercing attack?
Oh, short sword is piercing. You're right. Thank you. I'm dumb.
And does Ferrock take damage from the hitting it?
He does.
Aw.
He takes 5.
Ouch.
He is a brave drow. Hurtin. You're down to 1 ooze.
Aye, and it's definitely not one she gets to put her beak into. Yeah, let's see here.
Match level shatter.
I mean, why waste a spell slot? I'll just whack it with a crossbow.
It hits.
8 piercing.
And it is gone. And
The current fight is won.
Now you see,
Yay.
we don't bite or smack those ones, otherwise you'll sizzle like your Uncle Bjorn. As you can see,
In
there's
this-
a little bit of his muscle and skull poking through his scalp now.
You can still hear the battle being waged behind you, but you do hear something is changing in the tide. You can see to the right over here is a throne, clearly being used by the Pudding King.
Remembered by the slime trail.
That was before it was slime.
No.
And there even seems to be a very interesting looking spell book that he's holding, made purely of fungus. And you also find that there seems to be where's the word? My brain. Where did it go? There we go, yeah. There we go. I found it. Sorry guys, for some strange reason they hide the goddamn treasure in places for reasons. But you do notice that the Pudding King does have a spell book made out of fungus. And for some strange reason in Princess Ebenmeyer was a separate spell book that seems to be made of troglodyte hide that has not been rendered down yet for reasons.
Translation: we don't get shit all, guys. It's all from a wizard.
No, hold on.
It's a joke.
This is the. Yes, I know. It's going into Discord.
Is that like Discord?
Tabletop.
But more cheesy.
It's like what Threads is to Twitter.
These are the spells that are in the book.
Oh, that's some
Jesus.
serious magic with a K.
Whose book was this? Jesus.
So Uzana has all the spells now.
Yep.
Like after all the favors we got from the Blackstaff and all, like your book must be bulging just for first and second level spells.
You're not gonna see Osana for the next couple of months.
It's gonna cost so much to transcribe those.
Yes. But I see Otto's dance in there.
To be
As
fair,
well as Wonderful Force Cage.
here we do have
Some good
quite a
spells.
lot. And besides, we don't have to worry about the 4 for higher spells for a while.
Yeah.
Just for bragging rights, though, just having one.
You all also notice that by the throne seems to be a fungal footstool with its top slightly ajar.
So how long am I sprouting moss for?
You still are, Lou.
Well, maybe it's a sign. Surely it's safe to open, right, guys?
Well, I ignore the one who is not my child and go instead to check on my angular child who was blocking the wall for us. On you go, come on, you vultures know you want to check the footstool.
I
You said he was
do.
doing it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Lou to do it.
You said it was over here?
Yeah.
I'll move.
Let's
Yep, right
roll.
there, yeah.
Well, while I'm here.
Oh yeah, and
There.
also for Bjorn.
So you sit in the
Thank you.
chair.
Well, I will check the
And-
traps, like, first, maybe immediately obvious traps.
My perception.
Like, is there a gun in the back of this chair?
You say
I
you
hope
sit
not.
in the chair, but we know you sit on it and then swing your legs over the side.
It's
It's
fine.
fine.
Lou.
It's fine, as you say, ignoring the wire that leads up to the shotgun that's tied in the seat
It
of the
feels
gun.
natural. It feels like you deserve a throne, Lou.
Yeah.
And you sit, you flip open the toadstool, because this is your throne, Lou. And
You sit in it like Leon S. Kennedy.
Yep.
and you find 55 gold, a
That's
potion of
enough.
poison, 2 spell scrolls written on some dried mushrooms, of conjure minor elementals and speak with plants,
Ah,
and a varnished Nothic eye.
55 gold. You could get 4 bottles of of birth control with that.
wow. Are we putting the gold in the pot, or can I just take
What
that?
do these do? Why do these bottles come in liters?
Oh god.
What was the second thing you said also?
The potion of poison,
Okay.
the scrolls of conjure minor elementals and speak with plants,
I see, you missed a bit of a trick there, Arena, because potions of poison are meant to look identical to potions of healing.
it is actually in a gourd.
Hmm.
It's kind of obvious what it is,
Okay.
unfortunately. And the varnished Nothic eye, you believe can probably be used as a crystal ball of true seeing, but it can only be used once.
Wow. Well, so it was summon my elemental, and what was the other scroll?
Speak with
animals,
plants.
Plants.
And was there one other, or was it just 2?
No, just conjure minor elementals and speak with.
Okay.
Those are cool.
Yeah.
And of course, the crystal ball, effectively one shot at a crystal ball of true seeing. So that means that you can actually scry in on somebody if you want.
Let's immediately spy on someone very powerful who will definitely notice.
As you say that, Lou, 3 Galeb Dur show up, and they make the announcement to you that the Sverfneblin are retreating. The numbers are too great. And they request you back. They're trying to guide you back and keep you safe.
That's a weird one, that.
We did what we meant to, so we should probably go. Can we take this throne and stool with us, though?
No.
You notice Burr Warden Yadger does show up along with them now and just says, "Get on you going. No, you're not taking the throne."
That's my throne.
This is all going according to plan.
Don't get me wrong, things are going well. The coordination between them is starting to break apart, but there's still too many of them. We have to retreat and try to maybe start taking small stabs.
It'll be a lot of expeditions. Alright, let's get moving here. I'll get my angler boy, stick him in the bag.
Yep, and on the way out, Blabagul hops back in your sack. Oh, wrong map. That map.
I'll tell you, if I hadn't convinced you earlier, listen to that one, you would have just said, nah, it's not for me. He was a crazy cook.
I ain't surprised. But it takes a little bit after everybody's trying to evacuate into Blingdenstone again. Things lock up. Eventually, you're invited back to the Diggermatic Hall. And you have a feeling that everybody's happy with what's happened.
Aye.
There's obviously been losses. But the fact that you all haven't seen Jublex himself is a good sign. The second you destroyed the Pudding King, the coordination stopped. And purely stupid oozes are a lot easier to fight than the intelligent ones that they've been up against.
Of course, he made the usual villain declaration of he'll be back and all that sort of thing, so it's a case of there probably will be at some point someone trying to sneak in who's got a worm in their brain sort of thing. So best just to keep an eye out for bizarre behaviour.
Dorbu gives a nod, but says, "I think I know what we're going to have to do. Pretty much we're going to be setting up routinely daily excursions out. And we're just going to have to start culling.
Aye.
I think if we can get them clear, they might not want to come back. They'll try to take someplace more friendly."
Also, the lack of food and all. Eventually, they're gonna squidge off on their own.
And without the direction, yeah, we're gonna make it as inhospitable as possible. Suni, comes over and holds out a stone and says, we've come to the conclusion that with your aid, obviously we will be helping you to go back to where you came from. But we also wanted to give you this.
I got a rock.
Well, it's a stone of controlling earth elementals.
Ooh.
If you touch the stone to the ground, you can speak the word, and she does give you the word. It's a simple. She does have to teach you how to pronounce it. For Evelyn for effectively Earth. But if you touch it to the ground and speak the word, you'll summon an Earth element. You can only do it once per day, but it is fairly heavy. I do warn you. And yes, it's a small stone, but that sucker weighs 5 pounds. It's just awkward.
Gadix,
You wouldn't
catch.
think a little tiny thing. It's more like it's just so small. You
But dense.
go, oh, that's gonna be boom.
She basically just gave us a wad of lead.
Yeah.
It used to be glowing, but now it's fine. It's depleted, if you will.
But once a day, you can summon an Earth Elemental.
Neat.
And now the question comes. Where do you all want to be escorted to?
See, the problem is you said Mithril Hall and Gauntled Grim. They're very interchangeable. Which one do we want to be going to, really?
Mithril Hall sounds cooler.
Well, something that does come up from Suni is actually, you said before you're trying to get all the way up to Luskin, eh?
There's an option, aye.
Well, we were going to be sending out a group to Mithril Hall, but we do have some connections with a group of surface dwellers that did mention that they were going to be running things up, not all the way to Luskin, but they were going to meet a band of drow that would then continue running things up to Luskin. They might be a potential route for you to take.
It's an option. We would like to try and get word to Gauntled Grim and such, like our enemy here, Eldef. Very eager to get back there and inform on the situation, aye?
Eldith pauses and just says, well, I could potentially go with the group to Gauntled Grim on my own, and you all can go to where you're meant to be, assuming, well, you all have to at least swing by Gauntled Grim to see me afterwards, aye?
Well, I was hoping to go there as well, anyway.
Aye. Well, in that case, yes, if you go to Luskin, you could pop down to Gauntled Grim, and, then we could... I'm sure King Gruner would like to congratulate you for bringing one of his men back.
Bjorn, you're not going to say anything?
Yeah, I agree I'd be able to come back.
You're fucking missing your opportunity here, mate. It's another few centuries alone.
Well, made a promise to finish his job first, but besides, how can I say no to an invitation to go see the legendary king out of the oh fuck, what now? I forgot what it was called. Mithril Hall.
Yeah.
They're basically the same thing.
I know they're two completely different places, but right then, so it'll be a date. And she leans over and kisses Bjorn on the cheek.
It's only because you can't reach anyone else.
So I'll take the caravan to Gauntled Grim, and are you taking the Mithril Hall route or the Luskin route?
I do fancy seeing the children. We've kind of been away from them almost as long as we've had them.
And if we go to Luskin, maybe we can also detour, hit Waterdeep just for a few days.
That's a quite long journey. It's just a case of, We could make the trip to Gauntlgrim and Mithril Hall a lot easier on the surface anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Lou, Waterdeep is not even on this map, I don't think.
It took us a long boat ride and such to get over to Luskan.
I just want +2 AC.
I know.
I think
You just want to feel safe.
Neverwinter is down here. You have to sail past Neverwinter to get to Luskan.
And that's like 6 different screens, according to Baldur's Gate. You know, it's a long route.
Yes.
There's all kinds of gibberlings and random high-level assassins.
So, you all will take the complicated route of deep gnomes to these surface dwellers to these drow.
The important thing is we get on the surface quick.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, things are better.
Well, if you want to be technical, you'll spend less time in the Underdark if you go up to Mithril Hall. But with the trading routes, I don't think you should be that much in danger.
Well, we do also have a vengeful spirit hunting us that has a backing by several drow, including the priestess and all, so we do have that hanging over our heads. He also knows where we are at all times. So either route's going to be fraught with danger.
It's up to you.
I mean, I'm sure the kids would be amused to hear we went to Mithril Hall itself.
Yeah, I mean, and it would also probably be very safe in the city once we get out of the Underdark, right?
Mm-hmm. Eventually, Felrek does raise a finger and just point out, I have a question on the Luskan route. What drow would we meet up with at the other end? Because if we go through that, just to run into a batch of House Bayenri, we might just end up right back heading to Menzo Baronzon.
Let's avoid that at all
might...
costs.
What, your boys don't outnumber anyone else there?
Menzo Baronzon?
Well, when did Menzo come up?
Well, no, that's what Felrek pointed out was the route to Luskan involves a drow patrol. And his question is, who is the drow patrol? Because if it's Bragendarth, that's one thing. If it's another drow house, that's another problem because y'all could just end up marching right back to Menzo Baronzon.
Oh, we'll just kill them all.
No,
The moment to say hello, we just slaughter them, slit their throats, it's fine. They're only dry.
It does come out through questioning that this group is probably going to be Bragendarth. So if you're going directly to Luskan, then it actually would be a little bit quicker.
Well,
And
let's see
since-
hands, people.
Yeah.
Mithril
Give
Hall?
me your hands.
I vote dwarves.
I'm off for Mithril Hall.
Especially after you got that kiss.
Get the other cheek on the way there.
Exactly, he's hoping for 2. The filthy fecker.
But no,
But
I
I-
wouldn't mind some proper dwarven ale.
The vote has already been decided, I think.
I know, I was hoping to see my
Y'all are
kids
going
and
to
all
Mithril
quickish,
Hall.
but sure, we'll go to Mithril Hall and tell them about it instead.
You can come back. You can come back there. Besides, better to be rocking up on the surface back to Luskan than having to go through this mess.
And with that vote, we will end the session.
When a dwarf starts complaining about being underground, that's when you know it's been way too long.
How long is it going to be till I find a fucking chair made in my size? Well, at least sizing up, I'm trading from the gnomes to dwarves, but it's still a long way to go.
It would have been funny to just hearten in the king's throne there. It would have fit, I'm sure.
But only one cheek. He has to angle himself with just one buttock.
Next session, you all might actually get to the surface.
That'd be nice.
Yay!
I'm fucking sick of the Underdark. Why the fuck do you like this, Rita?
Because she's a cave dweller as well.
On the bright side, you might never come back to the Underdark.
I think we have to resolve a plot. And we're gonna get invited to a wedding, and she probably won't like to take no for an answer.
I see no reason why you'd ever need to go back to the Underdark.
I see free so far.
There's probably a fourth one.
Oh, there's bound to be a fourth one.
Probably fifth and sixth. Maybe even seventh.
I don't know, they might cut out the horny one.
She was cut out. She's been cut back in.
I thought it was a he.
Oh, he's already in. But you forgot Malcontent.
I probably didn't. Probably didn't know of her.
Oh, no, because remember we discussed her and her little pleasure paradise.
Oh, is that the Grand Succubi?
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's a devil, not a demon, though.
No, she is a demon.
Hmm.
Consort to Demogorgon.
Okay, yeah, because that's what she was in the adventure. With the ridiculous bullshit she can do on people in that fucking old adventure. Along with trying to get through her pleasure palace, which was hilarious.
Well, I have a stat block for her.
So you're admitting in front of us all, you put extra horny in this campaign.
I did. Grant, you're not going to run into her until, a certain point, but that's beside the point.
Alrighty, now to hit the button.